All right, so in accordance with current case law, the Morel Vargas matter set forth in the Supreme Court, I am going to go ahead and canvass Mr. Valle regarding his decision, as it is a constitutional decision. Constitutional rights apply here. So at this point in time, I'm going to actually start with counsel. Attorney Smith, have you informed the defendant that he has the right to testify as well as the right not to testify, and should he not testify, the fact finder may not draw any adverse inferences from his choice to not testify?
I have, Your Honor.
Did you also explain to the defendant his right to testify as well as to not testify belongs to him alone, and that no one else can make that decision for him, including counsel?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
Did you also discuss the advantages and disadvantages of testifying in this particular trial?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
Mr. Valle, I would ask you to please stand. I am going to ask you some questions. Thank you. Mr. Valle, the court's going to make an inquiry regarding your decision to testify in this case. The inquiry is not meant to have any effect on your decision, but rather to document your decision on the record. Do you understand that? So after consulting with Attorney Smith, is it your decision to testify on your own behalf?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that you have a constitutional right to either testify on your own behalf or to not testify on your own behalf? Do you also understand that you're not obligated to testify? Do you further understand that if you were to choose not to testify, the fact finder would be instructed not to draw any adverse inferences from your choice to not testify? Do you also understand that your right to testify or to not testify belongs to you alone, and no one, including your counsel, can prevent you from testifying or force you to testify? Do you feel that you've had enough time and opportunity to discuss your decision with counsel, including strategy concerning the right to testify or to not testify in your case? And you also feel that you've had enough time to consider the advantages and disadvantages of testifying? Have you understood the information that counsel has provided to you relative to your decision? Is it your personal decision to testify in this case, thereby waiving your right to not testify? You're making this decision voluntarily, Mr. Valle. No one's forcing you or threatening you concerning the decision that you've made here today. Okay. Have you understood all of my questions?
Yes.
Do you need any more time with counsel before moving forward? Okay. The court's going to find that the defendant has chosen to testify and has effectively waived his right to not testify knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily. So, Mr. Valle, you may be seated. Attorney Smith, are you in a position at this time to go ahead and present the defense of this matter?
Yes, Your Honor.
So at this time, then, I would ask the clerk to please bring our jury in.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ladies and gentlemen, the jury. Counsel, to the return of all reserves.
State will stipulate, Your Honor.
Defense stipulates, Your Honor.
Thank you. At this time, I would ask the defense to please present its next witness, or first witness.
Yes, Your Honor. I would ask for Mr. Valle to be called to the stand and put under oath by the clerk.
Mr. Valle, please come on up. Please step into the witness box. Once you are in the witness box, please remain standing, and the clerk is going to put you under oath.
Thank you, Your Honor. Please raise your hand, sir. Do you solemnly swear or solemnly and sincerely affirm, as the case may be, that the evidence you shall give concerning this case shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God, or upon penalty of perjury? If so, please say I do. Thank you. Please state your full name, spelling your last name, and address for the record. Thank you, sir.
You may be seated. Thank you. Attorney Smith, whenever you're ready.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon, Mr. Valle. You're going to need to keep your voice up. Okay? We are competing with the fan in the back, and I see the court reporter nodding. She's not able to hear you, so you need to stay close to the microphone, speak loud enough to be heard over the fan, and you've got to give a verbal response of some form, yes, no, or whatever the answer may be, but it has to be loud enough to be heard, okay?
Yes.
There we go. You and I have met before?
Yes.
And can you tell us how old you are now?
I'm 20 years old.
I'm sorry, I'm going to have to ask you one more time. You got to keep your voice up. I'm having trouble hearing you. I'm sure the jurors are having trouble hearing you.
I'm 20 years old.
You're 20 years old now? Okay, did you recently turn 20 years old?
Yes.
And are you in school now?
I'm not.
Are you working now?
I'm not.
Did you complete high school? Where did you complete high school?
I finished online at Foreign High School,
And when did you finish online?
2023.
Where did you go to school for high school before that?
St. Joseph High School in Trumbull.
And were you at St. Joseph's High School from the time you were a freshman? Where were you before that?
It's at East Shore Middle School in Milford.
Is that a public school that you've just described? And the school that you went to for high school, St. Joseph's High School, is that a private school? Prior to going to St. Joseph's High School, had you been in the Milford Public Schools since you were a child? Did you grow up in Milford?
Yes.
Did you grow up anywhere other than Milford?
I lived in Florida for 2 years.
Anywhere else in Connecticut?
New Haven.
When you say you were in Florida for 2 years, was that before you came to Connecticut?
I was in Connecticut and then I moved to Florida. And then I came back.
Okay. Did you go to any New Haven schools? Do you remember how old you were when you moved to Milford?
Very young. I can't remember the age.
Did you start your schooling in Milford or somewhere else? And who lived in your house with you as you were growing up?
My 3 brothers, my dad, and my mother.
And your 3 brothers, what are their names?
Raul, Eric, and Oscar.
Did you say the first one was Raul? You have a brother who's also named Raul. And can you just explain, is that a brother from, is that a half brother or is that a full brother?
Full brother. The name was passed down from my grandfather.
I see. And do you go by a nickname?
Yeah.
And what is that nickname?
Vito.
And what does that mean?
Like the younger.
Uh-huh. I see. Is that like Pablito or Carlito?
Yes.
When you were at St. Joseph's High School, did you have a circle of friends? And who was in that circle of friends?
Close to me, I would say James Albert, Tyler De Silva. Those were the 2 I was closest with. Everybody else was on the football team, and I was close with them too, but not as close.
That was Tyler De Silva and somebody named James Albert. When was the last time you saw Mr. Albert?
Yesterday,
And when was the last time that you saw Mr. De Silva?
here in court.
Did you have a girlfriend while you were at St. Joseph's High School? And who was that?
Kenzie Traficante,
And when did you and Ms. Traficante become involved with one another?
my junior year,
And what year was that?
2022.
Was that the 2021-2022 school year? And did you date Ms. Traficante the entire school year?
I'd say almost, not fully though.
And did you have any hobbies while you were in school?
Really just play sports, football, wrestling. Hanging out with friends on the weekends or whenever I had free time.
Were you into fishing or hunting?
Yes.
Which of those, fishing or hunting?
My father.
You're not a hunter? Where would you go fishing?
My father owned a boat, so we were going to the ocean.
Were you in the practice of carrying a pocket knife?
No, but when we went fishing, it was not that safe.
Were you ever trained in how to use a knife? In May of 2022, where were you living?
45 of years ago.
Same place you're living today? How long have you lived at that home?
About 5 years, 6 years, I think.
Mr. Valle, I'm sorry, I am going to have to ask you to just please raise your voice and respond, and people are having difficulty hearing you. Thank you.
Around 5 to 6 years.
Okay. Prior to that, you had still been living in Milford, but just in a different home or somewhere else?
Yeah.
And you were in your junior year of high school in May of 2022. Is that what you told us? Had you started applying to any colleges yet?
Yes.
Which colleges?
Mainly in Florida.
And you told us you knew a girl named Mackenzie Trafficante because she was your girlfriend.
Yes.
And how did you meet Ms. Trafficante?
She was a cheerleader and I was on the football team, so I saw her quite often.
And did you take her to the prom that spring?
I did.
Was that your prom or her prom?
Her prom.
Why were you allowed to go?
She was a senior, so it was her prom, and they're allowed to bring anybody they want, pretty much.
And when did that prom take place?
May 13th, 2022.
May 13th of 2022? Did you attend that with any other couples, or was it just you and Ms. Trafficante?
Yeah, I attended it with Tyler De Silva and whoever he went with. I don't remember who he went with. And a few other people in my grade who wanted to go to the prom as well on the day.
You mentioned knowing a boy named Jack Snyder,
Yes.
and you mentioned going to the prom with him as part of a group.
Yes.
And who was Jack Snyder to you?
He was a football team and a classmate.
Was he part of your close friend group?
I'd say I was really close with two people, but I was friendly with everybody. So.
Had you known Mr. Snyder since coming to St. Joseph's High School?
No.
I'm going to repeat the judge because I'm having trouble hearing you. If I'm having trouble hearing you, I'm sure everybody else is, okay? Got to really make an effort for us to keep your voice up. Are you nervous? I understand. We need to be able to hear you, though, okay? And you told us that you knew a boy named Tyler De Silva.
Yes.
Did you meet him when you came to St. Joseph's High School?
No, I knew him before.
And how long had you known Mr. De Silva?
Since I started playing football in Milford around the age of like 8, I would say.
Okay. And in May of 2022, how old were you?
16 years old.
So at that point, you'd known Mr. De Silva for about 8 years, you think?
Yes.
Would you describe Mr. Snyder as a close friend?
No.
Would you describe Mr. De Silva as a close friend? What makes him somebody that you would describe as a close friend?
Been through everything with Tyler De Silva. Every free weekend we spent together, parties together, just together all the time, pretty much.
Are you still close with Mackenzie Trafficante?
No.
When was the last time you saw Ms. Trafficante?
In court.
Here?
Yes.
When was the last time that you saw Tyler De Silva?
Here in court as well.
And when was the last time that you saw Mr. Snyder?
Here in court as well.
When we say the last time, from May 14th of 2022 until here in court, had you seen them at all?
No.
When was the last time that you were close with them?
Before this all happened.
Okay. So you say before this all happened. When we're talking about this all happened, we're talking about May 14th, 2022, are we not?
Yes.
Do you remember how that day began?
Yes.
How?
Prom was the night before. Woke up, texted my girlfriend, and arranged to hang out with her.
That was Mackenzie Trafficante? Was there anybody else at home at that time?
My mother and my younger brother.
And did you have any plans with them for that day?
Later at night, yeah, but for the day, no.
And what were they doing that day?
They were leaving to Florida on the same night to go visit my oldest brother and my nephew.
Were you planning at that point to go with Ms. Trafficante for the day?
Yes.
And you mentioned that you had texted her. Did you end up making plans with her?
Yes.
And what did you do with Ms. Trafficante?
We went to the beach and a little bit of hiking.
When you say you went to the beach, can you tell us where?
In Milford.
Do you recall what beach that was?
Gulf Beach.
I'm sorry?
Gulf Beach.
Gulf Beach? And you say you went hiking as well. Can you tell us where you went hiking?
Downtown, there's like a little trail through the woods and stuff, and a little pier.
And what time did you meet up with Ms. Trafficante that day?
I want to say early afternoon, but I can't remember the exact time.
How did you come to be with Ms. Trafficante? Did she drive to you? Did you drive to her?
I went to pick her up.
Did you have your own car?
Yep.
And after going to the beach and hiking, what did you do next?
At that time, it was later in the afternoon, and we went back to my house.
In Milford?
Yes.
And what did you do when you got back to the house?
Just chill, relax. Nothing special.
Was there anybody else home when you got home?
My mother and my younger brother.
And what were they doing, if anything?
I can't recall.
Did you have any plans for that evening?
At that time, no.
You say at that time, no. Did there later come a time when you did make some plans for that evening?
Yes.
And how did that come to be?
I believe Tyler had texted me about a party that was going on, and he asked me to come with him.
That's Tyler De Silva. And did you agree to go with him?
Yes.
Did Ms. Trafficanti go along as well?
Yes.
And how did you end up going to that party?
Yes.
And where was that party?
Shelton, 5 Lazy Brook Road.
And did you know the people that lived at 5 Lazy Brook Road?
At the time, no.
And how did you get to that party?
Jack came and picked me and my girlfriend at the time up.
And when you say Jack, that's Jack Snyder? But you owned your own car?
Yes.
Why was Jack driving this group to this party?
We all like drinking, and he was mainly the one who would drive us around and stuff.
Okay. So it was understood that there would be some underage drinking going on at this party? Did you bring your own alcohol?
I did not.
Did anybody in your party bring alcohol?
Tyler De Silva.
Were you with him when he got that alcohol?
He got it from his parents. We never stopped to get it.
I couldn't hear the end part.
We never stopped to get it.
You never stopped to get alcohol?
No.
And was that fairly standard for his parents to supply the alcohol when you were with him?
Yeah.
Did Mr. Snyder come to pick you up at your home?
Yes.
Was Mr. De Silva already with him?
Yes.
Was there anybody else in the car?
My girlfriend at the time, Mackenzie Trafficante.
Okay. Anybody else other than the four of you?
No.
And did the four of you leave in Jack Snyder's car and go to 5 Lazy Brook?
Yes.
How long did it take to get there?
Anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes.
And what was it like in the car on the way there?
Chill, drinking, listening to music.
Loudly?
Yes.
Was that fairly standard as well?
Yeah, always.
Did you bring any alcohol in the car?
No.
Did you drink alcohol in the car?
Yes.
Did Tyler De Silva drink alcohol in the car?
Yes.
Did Jack Snyder drink alcohol in the car?
Yes.
While driving?
Yes.
Did you bring any weapons in the car?
No.
Did you see any weapons in the car?
No.
Did you know if anybody else brought weapons in the car?
No.
You told us it took about 15 to 20 minutes to get to 5 Lazy Brook. What time did you arrive at 5 Lazy Brook?
Around 8 or 9 p.m.
Was it dark already?
Yeah.
Was it dark when you left the house to get there?
About to be.
And what was going on at 5 Lazy Brook when you got there?
Upon getting there, we texted somebody who was already there to come show us the way in, and we walked up and went inside.
When you say we texted somebody, did you text somebody?
No, Tyler De Silva.
So Tyler De Silva texted somebody, and did someone come to allow you into the party?
Yeah.
Where did they meet you?
In the driveway.
Do you remember who it was?
I believe Will Singewold.
Will Singewold came to let you into the party?
Yes.
And who's Will Singewold?
He was in my grade. We played football together.
Okay. Did you see anyone else that you knew at the party?
Yeah, there was a ton of people from my grade, and I pretty much know everybody there.
Was this a party that consisted of St. Joseph's High School students?
Yeah.
Did you see any folks there that were not St. Joseph's High School students?
No.
And what did you do once you were into the party?
Greeted everybody. Started talking, conversating.
Do you remember what you were wearing that evening?
Was wearing Old Miss blue T-shirt, black jeans, and slides.
Slides. What do you mean by slides?
Not flip flops, but they were a form of sandals, pretty much.
All right. Let's see if I understand what a slide is. Is this a sandal that has a strap that goes across the top?
Yes.
Just a single strap?
Yes.
At some point, did you put on a neck pillow?
Yes.
And why did you put on a neck pillow?
At the time, I thought it was funny.
Okay. Were you doing anything in particular when you put on that neck pillow?
Yes, we were playing beer pong.
Okay. And is that a contact sport?
No.
So the neck pillow didn't have anything to do with the game of beer pong?
No.
It was just to be funny?
Yeah.
And at some point, did you also put on a motorcycle helmet?
I did.
And did you bring that with you?
No.
And where did you find that?
Next to the beer pong table, there was a shelf with a whole bunch of random items.
Okay. And is that where you also found the neck pillow?
Yes.
You put both of those things on?
Yes.
And how long did you have those things on while you were playing this game?
The motorcycle helmet, we were kind of passing it around as like a good luck thing when we were shooting in beer pong.
Oh.
It was off and on.
Okay. So you would take it off, you would pass it to whoever else was up to bat, so to speak?
Yes.
And the neck pillow, was that something that you also passed around, or were you the only one wearing that?
No, I was the only one wearing that.
How long were you there at the party just engaged in this behavior you've described?
About an hour and a half.
And after an hour and a half, did there come a time when some people arrived that you were not familiar with?
Yes.
And how did you become aware of these people?
We were by the door, as that side of the beer pong table was by the door of the garage, and they came up.
When you say they came up, what did you see?
Two kids arrived and came up to the door.
And what did those two kids do?
At first, they just said that they were invited by Austin Leifer.
Objections to what they said. Ask that it be stricken.
Court will strike the response that was provided to that question. So ladies and gentlemen, jury, please delete that from your notes if you took a note, and otherwise don't consider it as evidence.
Did you know either of those two folks?
I did not.
And did it appear to you that other people in the party knew who those two people were?
No.
Did it appear to you that Jack Snyder knew who they were?
No.
Where was Jack Snyder at this point?
By the door.
Where was Tyler DeSilva at this point?
By the door.
And did you see Jack Snyder interact with these two people who showed up?
First, yes.
What did you see Jack Snyder do at first?
Just conversate.
Did you see Tyler DeSilva interact with these people?
At first, no.
And what was he doing?
We were still playing beer pong.
So you and Tyler DeSilva were playing beer pong and Jack Snyder was interacting with these folks.
Yes.
And did there come a point when that interaction became aggressive between the two of them?
Yes.
And did there come a point when Mr. Snyder took a case of beer from one of the two?
Yes.
And what happened after that?
It moved out into the driveway, and then a fight started.
And when you say it moved out into the driveway and then a fight started, describe for us what people did once the group moved out into the driveway.
I can't really remember who all was around, but I remember Jack and the other kid were close to each other.
And did they square off with one another?
Yes.
Where were you when they squared off with one another?
Off to the side.
Did you put the helmet on in order to go outside?
Objection.
No.
Leading.
Sustained. I'll strike the response, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
When you went outside, what were you wearing?
A motorcycle helmet and my regular clothes.
And when you got out to the driveway, were you engaged at all with Mr. Hines at that point?
No.
Was Mr. Snyder engaged with Mr. Hines at that point?
No.
But at some point, you've described they started to square off.
Yes.
And what positions did the other people that were there take at that point?
They just started circling, like trying to get a better position on each other. I wasn't really paying attention to anybody else.
Okay. And did there come a time when you came into contact with one of them?
Yes.
Who was that?
Ryan Hines.
And how did you come in contact with Mr. Hines?
As he was circling, since I didn't have shoes on, he stepped on my foot and I pushed him.
You pushed him?
Yes.
Did you punch him?
No.
After you pushed him, did you continue to attack him?
No.
What did you do?
He tackled Jack and he was beating on him while he was on the floor.
I'm sorry?
He was beating on him while he was on the floor.
Who was beating on him while he was on the floor?
Ryan was getting the better of Jack.
Ryan was getting the better of Jack? What happened next?
We went over to break it up. He wasn't getting off at first, so we started pulling him off.
You started pulling him off?
Yes.
Did you take off your helmet?
No.
Did you swing your helmet?
No.
Were you intending to fight Mr. Hines?
No.
Did you use your helmet in any way to attack Mr. Hines?
No.
As you were pulling, or as you were getting involved with this fight that's going on between Mr. Hines and Mr. Snyder, what were the other people doing?
There was a couple people watching. Tyler DeSilva was helping me break it up.
And what did you do?
Still was trying to pull him off.
By doing what? What were you doing with your hands? Describe for us what occurred.
I was grabbing him by his waist, trying to pull him off of Jack.
You were grabbing Mr. Hines by the waist?
Yes.
Were you punching him?
No.
Were you kicking him?
No.
Did anybody else come over to join you?
Other than Tyler DeSilva, no.
Did you see anybody filming this?
At the time, no.
Have you since, as we sat in the courtroom, seen a video of what appears to be the fight at 5 Lazy Brook?
Yes.
And did you see other people come over to join this breaking up of the fight?
Yes.
Did you know any of those other people?
Yes.
Who did you know?
Emily Robinson.
How did you know Emily Robinson?
Just seen her in school a few times. I really didn't know her.
Okay. And after the fight was broken up, what happened next?
Miss Leifer came outside.
Who's Miss Leifer?
The mom of Maddie Leifer.
Was she the homeowner?
Yes.
Had you met Miss Leifer before?
No.
And what did Miss Leifer do at that point?
She came up, snatched the beer from Jack that he was holding, and gave it back to the kid and said, "Get out of here."
And what else did she do, if anything?
At that time, she walked over to the garage and was able to see like how many people were actually at her house.
Did you go back to the party?
I did.
I'm sorry?
I did.
And how long did you remain at the party?
15 to 20 minutes.
And did you come to leave the party at some point?
I did.
And why did you leave the party?
Miss Leifer had shut it down.
How did you leave the party?
With Jack Snyder,
Anybody else?
Tyler DeSilva, my girlfriend at the time. Will Singebald needed a ride, so he came. Same with Keenan and Dimitri.
So there were, at that point, 7 of you in Mr. Snyder's car?
Yes.
Where were you seated in Mr. Snyder's car?
Behind the driver?
And Mr. Snyder was driving?
Yes.
And who was in the passenger seat?
Tyler DeSilva?
You were seated behind Mr. Snyder.
Yes.
And where was Miss Trafficante seated?
So on my left.
Who was beside you in Miss Trafficante?
To my right, it was Will Singewald, and then to his right, it was Keenan.
To his right was Keenan Prasic.
Yes.
He was against the passenger side rear door.
Yes.
And where was Mr. Arfanis?
In the trunk.
Was there a plan at that point for what to do?
We're still kind of early in the night, so we were looking for another place to go. If there was another party, and where we were going to go next.
At that point, did you have any weapons on you?
No.
Were you planning to go fight anyone?
No.
Did you see anybody else in your group with weapons?
No.
What was Jack Snyder doing at this point?
Just driving?
Did you know where he was driving you to?
No.
What was Tyler De Silva doing at this point?
In the front talking to Jack?
Could you hear what they were saying?
No.
And what was the music like if it was on?
Loud?
And what were you doing at this point?
Just talking to my girlfriend and Will. Conversating.
And were you doing any texting at this point on your phone?
No.
Did you have your phone with you?
Yes.
Did other people have their cell phones with them?
Yes.
Could you see anybody on their cell phone at that point?
I saw Jack Snyder on and off his phone while driving.
And where did the car go?
We ended up at Trumbull High School.
You say you ended up at Trumbull High School. Is that someplace that you'd been before?
Only for football games.
As the car was driving, did you know that you were heading towards Trumbull High School?
No.
And what was going on when you arrived at Trumbull High School?
There was a couple cars from the party before that were also trying to figure out what to do.
And did Jack Snyder stop the car there?
Yes.
Did you see anyone there that you knew?
Yes.
Who?
The car closest to us was a car full of girls, and there was 3 of them that were in my grade.
Do you remember who they were?
I only remember the driver.
And who was that?
Maya Fagan.
I'm sorry?
Maya Fagan.
How did you know Maya Fagan?
She was a friend of mine in the same grade. She was also a cheerleader.
Did she know Ms. Trafficante?
Yes.
And did Mr. Snyder park the car?
Yes.
And what did the people in Mr. Snyder's car do?
2 people got out. No, I don't think anybody stayed in the car.
Did you get out of the car?
At one point, yes.
And did Ms. Trafficante get out of the car?
Yes.
And what did you do when you got out of the car?
Talked to the car full of girls.
And did you see what the other people were doing?
I saw Jack and Tyler go over to another car, and I can't remember what Dimitri and Keenan were doing.
You saw Jack and Tyler go over to another car?
Yes.
Do you know who was in that other car?
No.
Did there come a time when folks got back into Mr. Snyder's car?
Yes.
What led to people getting back into Mr. Snyder's car?
Everybody was getting back in their cars, and I was assuming we had someplace to go now.
You say you were assuming that you had someplace to go. Was there a plan at that point of where to go?
One of the girls in the other car had told me about a
Objection as to what they said.
Without telling us what anybody said, and as you understood it, was there a plan to go somewhere else at that point when you got back into Jack Snyder's car?
another party in Trumbull.
Another party in Trumbull.
Yes.
And did you at some point become aware of a group chat that was going on?
Yes.
Was this a group chat that you had created?
No.
Were you a part of this group chat?
Yes.
How did you become a part of this group chat?
I got added to it.
You got added to it? How did you know that you had been added to it?
As soon as you're added to a group chat and people are texting in it, you get a notification that pops up.
And did you get a notification?
Yes.
When you got that notification, did you look at your phone?
Yes.
And what was the nature of the texts that were going back and forth on this group chat?
There was a lot of people in it, and they were just talking crap to each other back and forth.
Did you know any of the people that were in that group chat?
Yes.
Who?
A couple of my friends I noticed were in there from my football team. some kids that weren't even around. They were at farmhouses in different states or stuff like that.
Did you ask Jack Snyder or Tyler De Silva to add you to the group chat?
No.
Did you ask anyone to add you to the group chat?
No.
And what was the tone of the group chat?
Not positive. It was just people talking shit to each other, pretty much.
Did you participate in the group chat after you were added?
Yes.
What was the nature of your participation in the group chat?
Around the same time we were leaving Trumbull High School, I texted in it.
Do you recall how many texts you sent?
No.
Do you recall how many texts you received?
No.
This occurred while you were leaving Trumbull High School?
Around the same time, yeah.
Did there come a point when you realized that you were not going to another party in Trumbull?
Yes.
How did you come to realize that you weren't going to another party in Trumbull?
After driving for a little bit, Jack had turned down the music, and I asked him where we were going.
And what did you learn from Jack at that point?
He said,
Objection as to what he said.
As to what Jack said.
I asked what he learned.
You just can't tell us what Jack said. Okay, it's what you learned upon speaking.
So what did you learn from Jack about where you were going or where he was driving the car?
we were going to a house in Shelton,
And do you recall what the address of the house in Shelton was?
43 Laurel, Glen.
Was that an address that you had seen in the group chat?
Yes.
Was that an address that you were familiar with before having seen it in the group chat?
No.
Had you ever been to 43 Laurel Glen Drive before?
No.
Did you know whose home that was?
No.
Did you remain in the group chat?
No.
When you say no, did you leave the group chat?
Yes.
And how do you leave a group chat?
You click on the top, and then there's a little drop down that you can click leave.
Is that what you did?
Yes.
Why did you leave the group chat?
While they were going back and forth, there was a picture sent into the group chat.
What was that picture?
It was just a group of kids, and upon looking at the picture, I noticed that I recognized a few of the kids that were in the picture.
And how did you recognize those kids that were in the picture?
A couple of the kids, I wouldn't say I was friends with, but I had seen them at other parties, drank together, stuff like that.
Did you recognize any of those kids from 5 Lazy Brook?
I don't remember.
Did you understand that those were the same kids that were texting the address of 43 Laurel Glen Drive?
Yes.
Were those kids that you saw in that selfie kids from St. Joe's?
No.
Why did seeing that picture cause you to leave the group chat?
I don't want problems with people I'm like cool with.
Did Mr. Snyder continue to participate in the group chat?
Objection, he says he left, so how would he know?
If you
There's
know,
no foundation.
you could know, I just don't know. So I'll overrule it if you know.
At the time, I did not know.
Did you know if Mr. De Silva continued to participate in the group chat?
At the time, I did not know.
What were you doing at this point in the car?
Talking to Will, I think we were drinking. I can't really remember.
Where was Miss Trafficante at this point?
Still on my lap.
And did anyone in the car indicate that they knew where Mr. Snyder was driving?
No?
Did Mr. Snyder appear upset to you?
A little bit?
When you say a little bit, what about his appearance indicated to you that he was upset?
At Trumbull High School, there was a few people like teasing him for basically losing.
Did Mr. De Silva appear upset to you in the car?
No.
Did Ms. Trafficante appear upset to you in the car?
No.
Did Mr. Senjwald, Arfanis or Mr. Frasick appear upset to you while they were in the car?
No.
Did you notice another car following your car?
No.
And did Mr. Snyder ultimately drive the car somewhere and stop?
Yes.
Did you recognize where that was?
No.
What did you see when the car stopped?
I saw a yard, and then kids started coming up to the car.
When you say you saw a yard, had you ever been to that house before?
No.
Did Mr. Snyder indicate to you that he knew the people that were at this house where you'd stopped?
No.
Did Mr. De Silva indicate to you that he knew the people at this house where he'd stopped?
I'm going to object at this point. It's leading and it calls for almost like a hearsay response as to what they indicated to him.
I will fulfill it based on the form of the question.
Can you repeat the question?
Sure. Did you have any indication that Mr. Snyder or Mr. De Silva knew any of the folks that were at this house?
Definitely not Jack. I think maybe Tyler said something.
Do you see behind you an exhibit that's up there on the easel?
Yes.
Can I approach you on her? Just need a refresher on it. So on the easel behind you, Mr. Valle, is State's Exhibit 52. Do you see that?
Yes.
And do you recognize that as the address which Mr. Snyder parked his car at?
At the time, you couldn't really see much, so now I'm.
Well, can you put us there? Describe for us what could you see when you arrived there?
I wasn't really looking around. The only thing I saw was kids coming up to the car.
How many kids did you see coming up to the car?
I want to say it was like rows of people. There was about 10, and then at the max, it was probably 30.
And what did these people that you saw do?
At first, I had my window rolled up. I didn't know if I saw anybody I knew. Jack started conversating. Tyler started conversating. And then I saw somebody I recognized.
Who did you recognize?
Ricky Fiola.
How did you recognize Ricky Fiola?
I've drank with him before at parties. Just hung out with him a couple times at parties that we were both invited to.
And these people, did they stay on the driver's side of the vehicle?
No,
Where did they go?
all around the car.
Did they surround the car?
Yes.
Objection, leading.
Oh,
Did these people go in the front of the car?
Yes.
Did these people go on the passenger side of the car?
Yes.
Did these people go in the rear of the car?
Yes.
Did you feel surrounded by these people?
Yes.
Once these people were on all sides of the car, what did Jack Snyder do, if anything?
I couldn't really hear his conversation. I was having my own conversation. So at that time, nothing.
Where was Ms. Trafficante at that point?
Still on my lap.
Did there come a time when she was no longer on your lap?
Only when we got out of the car.
Do you recall her climbing into the trunk area of the vehicle?
No.
Where was Mr. Sinjwald?
Still on my right.
Where was Mr. Arfanis?
Still in the trunk.
And where was Mr. Frasick?
Still on the rear passenger.
And the conversation that you've described Mr. Snyder as having, without telling us what he was saying, how would you describe the tone of that conversation he was having?
At first, it was fine. And then it got really aggressive.
What about it was really aggressive?
There was a few kids shouting at him.
A few kids?
Yes.
And what was, you've described Mr. De Silva as having a conversation. What was the nature of that conversation like?
His was also peaceful.
And did it remain peaceful?
Yes.
And you said you were having a conversation.
Yes.
Was that a peaceful conversation?
Yes.
Did that remain peaceful?
Yes.
Did you throw anything outside the window of your car?
No.
Did you see Mr. Snyder throw anything outside the car?
No.
Did you see Mr. De Silva throw anything outside the car?
No.
Did you see anyone inside your vehicle throw anything outside the car?
No.
Are you certain that people were on all sides of the vehicle?
Yes.
And you've described at least one of these conversations as taking a turn and becoming more aggressive. When you say more aggressive, you described yelling.
Yes.
And could you see the faces of the people that were outside the vehicle?
No.
Could you hear threats?
Not that I can remember.
Could you see people hitting the car?
Yes.
What did that feel like inside the car?
It's weird to describe. I've never been in a situation like that. They were just punching and kicking and hitting the car from everywhere.
On all sides of the vehicle?
Yes.
Could you tell if things were being thrown at the car?
At the time, all I heard was the banging and stuff.
Loud bangs?
Yes.
Did you hear glass shattering?
No.
When you got in the vehicle that evening with Mr. Snyder, did you see a shatter in the windshield?
No.
Did you see Mr. Snyder with any weapons at that point?
No.
Could you see what was in Mr. Snyder's lap?
No.
Did you have a weapon?
No.
Did you have anything in your hands?
No.
Could you feel the car begin to rock?
Yes.
And did you see anybody on the rear bumper?
No, I didn't look backwards.
Did you begin to worry?
Yes.
Did you begin to feel unsafe?
I'm going to object. This is leading.
How were you feeling as the car was rocking and the hands were hitting the car and other things were hitting the car?
Nervous and a bit of panic.
You say a bit of a panic. Had you ever been that panicked before?
No.
Did you feel like you could get out of the car?
Objection. Leading.
I'll allow that, but just keep an eye on the leading questions.
Why didn't you feel like you could get out of the car?
Because there were so many people surrounding the car.
Could you see the faces of the other people in your car?
The only face I remember looking at was Tyler.
What did Tyler's face look like?
Pretty scared.
Do you remember what Ms. Trafficante was doing at that point?
No, I don't remember.
Did it seem to you that the situation in the car was calming down?
I'm going to.
Debate objection, counsel, but I would have sustained the objection. I'll allow the answer to stand.
Had you ever been in a car before while it was being attacked?
No.
What sorts of things did you worry about as you sat there with the car surrounded and being rocked?
Mainly that they were going to break the windows
Why did you worry that they were going to break the windows?
because they were punching them.
Did you worry that anything else might happen if they broke the windows?
At the time, I was just wondering why Jack wasn't driving.
Could you tell if the car was still on at that point?
Yes, it was.
How did you think it was going to end at that point?
Objection. That calls for speculation.
So,
What did you expect was going to happen next?
That they were going to break the windows.
Did you have a plan if they did that?
No.
anything about the demeanor of the people on the outside of the car lead you to believe that they were going to stop?
I'm going to object. That calls for speculation as well.
I'll overrule it.
No.
And did you see anyone in your car with a weapon at that time?
Objection asked and answered.
Sustained.
At some point, did Jack finally move the car?
Yes.
And where did it go?
Straight.
Did you know where you were?
No.
Had you ever been in that neighborhood before?
No.
And did Jack ever stop the car?
Yes.
Could you see anyone outside the car when Jack stopped the vehicle?
No.
May I approach again, Your Honor? Take this one down from behind you. What you're looking at there is State's Exhibit 1. When Jack stopped the vehicle, do you have the pointer there with you?
Yes.
Can you use that pointer to show us on State's Exhibit 1 where you remember him stopping the vehicle? Your Honor, can the record reflect that the witness has pointed to the area just before the intersection of Farmhouse Lane and Laurel Glen Drive in front of what has been identified before as 36 Laurel Glen Drive?
So noted on the record. Thank you.
And what did you do when Jack stopped the car?
My girlfriend at the time was crying and asking to get out.
Question is, what did you do when Jack stopped the car?
I got out.
Did it seem safe to get out at that point?
Yes.
Did you see anyone from the house that you had just left at that point?
No.
And where did you go when you got out?
Side of the road.
Can you show us on Exhibit 1 there which side of the road? May the record reflect, Your Honor, that the witness is pointing to the side of the road opposite from what has previously been identified as 36 Laurel Glen Drive.
So noted on the record. Thank you.
Did anyone else get out with you at that point?
Yes.
Who?
Tyler De Silva and my girlfriend at the time, Mackenzie.
Okay. Did anybody else get out?
No.
And when Mr. De Silva got out, where did he go?
At first, he was right next to me.
And when Ms. Trafficante got out, where did she go?
She went to the end of the road.
And so, in your recollection, the other occupants of Mr. Snyder's vehicle did not get out of the car?
No.
Where did Mr. Snyder drive the car at that point?
Straight.
Did you see where he went?
No.
Could you see any of the folks from 43 Laurel Glen Drive, the house that you had left?
No.
At some point, did you see any of those folks again?
Yes.
When was that?
Yeah, when they came running down the road.
And what were they doing when you saw them come running down the road?
I believe screaming and just running.
Were they throwing anything?
Yes.
Do you recall what they were throwing?
I believe only one person threw like a water bottle.
Did it hit you?
No.
Did it hit anything?
I believe it hit the car, but I wasn't really looking.
Did you have any interactions with the kids from 43 Laurel Glen Drive?
Yes.
Who do you recall interacting with from 43 Laurel Glen Drive?
Tyler Rich and Ricky Fiola.
And when you were interacting with Tyler Rich, what was that interaction like?
At first, he just ran past me and chased the car until it fully drove off. And after that, they all kind of started walking away. He was kind of asking me to walk away.
Okay. Did you have any one-on-one interactions with Mr. Rich?
Yes.
What happened between you and Mr. Rich?
As he was walking away, he came up to me and sprayed WD-40 in my eye.
Did you do anything to him when he sprayed WD-40 in your eyes?
No.
Had you done anything to him prior to him spraying you in the eyes with WD-40?
No.
Did you see the can close enough to be able to identify it as WD-40?
Yes.
What did you do after he sprayed you in the eyes with the WD-40?
I started holding my eye.
Did you attack him?
No.
Did you have a weapon on you at that point?
Yes.
You did.
Yes.
What weapon did you have on you at that point?
I had a knife in my pocket.
Where did you get the knife from?
Before Jack left, he tossed it to me.
Okay, let's back it up a little bit. Before Jack left,
Yes.
when did Jack leave?
When he dropped off me, Mackenzie, and Tyler at the end of the road.
Before the Shelton High kids came?
Yes.
Put us there. Tell me how Mr. Snyder gives you this knife.
Mackenzie exited the vehicle. I got out right behind her, and then Tyler got out from the passenger. Me and Tyler were standing on the side of the road. Right before Jack's about to drive off, he says,
Objection as to what he says.
You can't tell us what anybody else says. You can tell us what they did.
he tossed the knife.
And what did you do when he tossed the knife?
At first, it hit me and then fell on the floor. I picked it up and said, "What are you giving me a knife for?"
And what did Mr. Snyder do at that point?
He said,
Objection. Hearsay.
Can't tell us what Mr. Snyder said.
Your Honor, I would claim it not for the truth of the matter so much as the effect on the listener.
I'll lay the foundation for that because I'm going to ask the jury to leave just to leave the jury. All right, excuse me, I ask the jury to exit because as we've often stated before, phrase that we like to use, I guess we can't, it's difficult to unring the bell. So you're claiming this as not being offered for the truth of the matter. I'll see an offer of proof on that outside the presence of the jury.
Your Honor, he's just described what sounds like a surprising, unplanned event, and somebody has just thrown a knife at him, he claims. I'm not sure what he's going to tell us Mr. Snyder said to him at that point, but given the circumstances of the situation that he has described, I think it's important in a case where we're talking about what his intent was, in particular what his intent was with this knife, that we've already had other testimony about Mr. Snyder giving to him, and Mr. Snyder's version of what happened in that account. I think it's important to know what the effect was on him when he said this.
I don't know what he said. I know that the question was, why did you give me that, is what he asked.
Yes.
And then his response was starting with, he said.
Yes, Your Honor.
So what would be the effect on the defendant at that point in time?
As far as understanding what he was thinking when Mr. Snyder gave him this and what Mr. Snyder is telling him as far as why he is giving that to him, I think in this situation and under these circumstances, and whether or not it's true, whatever Mr. Snyder said to him, what the effect on him was.
Why don't you establish outside the presence of the jury right now what the effect was on the listener, the defendant, from hearing whatever the statement is before I make a decision, and then I'll be heard by the state.
What you've told us that Mr. Snyder gave you.
Excuse me.
Make sure your cell phones are on silent, please. You've been asked repeatedly. Thank you.
Thank you.
You told us that you had just been thrown the knife by Mr. Snyder, and you asked him, "What did you give me this for?" Right?
Yes.
And you were about to tell us what Mr. Snyder's response was, correct?
Yes.
What was his response?
He said something along the lines of "just in case," and then it sped off.
And what effect did that have on you when he said, "just in case"?
Confused.
And did that increase your sense of danger with the situation?
I'm going to object to that. He just said he was confused.
I'll sustain it. So the response was confused. I mean, if that's the effect on the listener that you're looking for, I'll hear from the state on that.
I don't think that it's even relevant at this point. If he's confused, he should just say, he could testify to whatever he's testifying to. And at that point, I felt confused. I don't think the statement of what Mr. Snyder says comes in for effect on the listener at this point. And to me, I'm concerned with it. We're really bootstrapping here because we want to hear what he says Jack said for its truth. And that's the concern, right? So, Snyder testified. Defense counsel could have asked him what was said, and I believe he may have asked him what was said, and Mr. Snyder actually said no. The defendant asked him for the knife. So now we're getting into this bootstrapping of hearsay statements and trying to guise it under, effect on listener. The response is what the response is. Now, he felt confused. So to me, it doesn't come in for the effect on listener. That can be elicited without the hearsay response, Your Honor.
I have to agree. You can ask him how he was feeling at that point in time to extract from the witness that he felt confused. So the court is having a difficult time understanding the relevance of that particular hearsay statement. Court's going to sustain the objection to the hearsay statement.
Understood.
Thanks. Let me jury back in. That's the set of all jurors. I believe that when the jury left, the question pending was one. That was the response.
And how did you feel when he threw that knife to you?
Confused.
And what did you do with the knife?
Put it in my pocket.
Do you remember which pocket?
My right pocket.
And did you have that knife on you when Mr. Rich sprayed you with the WD-40?
Yes.
Did you at any point go into the bushes along the road there?
No.
You remained on the curb?
Yes.
Could you see where Mr. Snyder drove off to?
I just saw the car take off like straight.
Did it go out of your field of vision?
Yeah, right as he sped off, I heard the kids screaming and running down the road. So I turned my attention to that.
And did there come a point in time when Mr. Snyder returned?
Yes.
And what happened when Mr. Snyder returned?
All the kids that ran down had already left. We came back and everybody got out of the car.
Other than the interaction with Mr. Rich, did you have an interaction with any of the other Shelton kids while you were down there on the side of the road?
Yes.
Who else was that?
Ricky Fiola.
And what was that interaction like?
He saw Tyler Rich spray me with the WD-40 and he came up to me.
Did he do anything to you?
Just talk to me and I guess make me feel better about the situation.
When the vehicle came back, did Mr. Snyder park the car?
Yes.
Can you show us on Exhibit 1 behind you where he parked the car? May the record reflect the witness has indicated on Exhibit 1 that Mr. Snyder parked the car in front of what's previously been identified as 36 Laurel Glen Drive.
I will go ahead and note that for the record. Thank you.
What did Mr. De Silva do at that point?
Me and Jack started inspecting the car.
And what did you do at that point?
I was still rubbing my eye.
What did the other occupants of the vehicle do at that point, if anything?
Mackenzie was still sitting in the same spot she was previously. I can't remember where Keenan and Dimitri were. I believe they were also standing by her.
Were you upset at that point?
Yeah.
What were you upset about?
And I got sprayed with WD-40 for no reason.
Were you angry?
No, more confused on why he did it.
Did you know Tyler Rich prior to that?
Yes.
How did you know Tyler Rich prior to that?
Same as all the other kids I knew from Shelton. Seen him at parties, drank with them before.
But you'd never been to that house before?
No.
Did you know that that was Tyler Rich's house?
No.
Were you still scared at that point?
Yeah.
Were you more scared or more confused?
More confused.
What did you do next?
I walked over to where my girlfriend was sitting.
Where was she sitting?
The same spot at the end of the road on the curb.
And what was her demeanor like?
She was really upset.
Did you at some point go over to inspect the car?
No.
What did you do next?
I asked Mackenzie for a ride home from her sister.
And was her sister present?
No.
And what did you do after you asked her for a ride home with her sister?
Started waiting there
Where were you waiting?
by my girlfriend and by the car.
Can you point out to us on the exhibit where that was? Had she remained in the same position during the course of these events at the end of the road that you've been describing to us?
Yes.
And what was she doing while she was waiting on the curb? Could you see?
She had her head down, like in between her legs, looking at her phone.
And what happened next?
Tyler and Jack started talking about going back.
Where were you at that point?
Close enough to hear them.
How far away?
Want to say 5 feet?
Away from them?
Yes.
And what happened next?
Tyler started saying,
Objection calls for hearsay.
Well, the answer seems as though it's providing hearsay, so I don't know. The question was what happened next. So the objection to the extent that the witness is going to respond with what someone stated.
Your Honor, may I remind the witness that he can't tell us? So, again, listen to the nature of my question. Okay, you can't tell us what somebody else has said. Okay, so you were telling us what was happening at that point. Okay, can you tell us what you saw Mr. Snyder do?
talk to Tyler De Silva.
And what was Mr. Snyder's demeanor like when he was talking to Mr. De Silva?
Agreeing with him.
Did he appear excited or upset or calm?
Couldn't really tell.
And Mr. De Silva, what did his demeanor appear like to you?
Confident.
I'm sorry?
Confident.
He appeared confident?
Yeah.
Mr. Valle, I don't mean to be rude, but do you understand the word demeanor?
Yeah.
How did his face appear?
He didn't really seem too worried.
Did Mr. Snyder appear not too worried as well?
Yes.
Okay. And at some point, did they get back into the vehicle?
Yes.
Who got into the vehicle first?
Jack.
And did he get into the driver's side?
Yes.
And did Mr. De Silva get back into the vehicle?
Yes.
Where did he get into the vehicle?
Passenger.
And did you ultimately get back into the vehicle?
Yes.
Why did you get back into that vehicle?
I was asked to by Tyler.
Objection. I would ask that be stricken.
All right, so Jerry, if you wrote that down, please remove it from your notepad. The court is striking the last response concerning he was asked by someone else, okay? So that does not qualify or classify as evidence in this case, all right? Thank you.
When you got back into that vehicle, what were you thinking?
I trusted my best friend that everything was going to be okay and we were just going to go and make peace.
Did you understand that there was some plan to go and make peace in this situation?
I'm going to object. That's leading.
Sustained.
You've just said that you trusted your friend to make peace.
Yes.
Objection. He did not say that. So I would ask that it be stricken. This is leading.
All right, so I will strike the response, which was yes. Sustaining the objection.
You got back into that vehicle last.
Yes.
Where did you get back into that vehicle?
Behind the driver.
Behind the driver?
Yes.
And Did you still have the knife on you?
Yes.
Was it open?
No.
Where was it?
Still in my pocket.
Still in your right pocket?
Yes.
Did you have your hand in the pocket?
No.
Were you scared to get back in that car?
A little bit.
Where did you think the car was going to go?
Back down to the house.
Did you think that was a good idea?
At the time, few interactions had already been peaceful here and there. So it didn't seem like the worst idea in the world at the time.
You understood that Ms. Trafficante was not going to be getting back in that car?
Yes.
Did you think it was a good idea to leave her there?
Yes.
Why?
There was other people with her, and her sister was on the way.
Were you upset or angry as you got into that car?
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna object. It's asked and answered.
At the time that he got into the car, I don't believe that we've been to that location yet, so I'll overrule it.
Can you repeat the question?
When you got back into that car, were you upset or angry?
No.
Not about your eyes being sprayed with WD-40?
No.
And did Jack Snyder drive the car back to 43 Laurel Glen Drive?
He did.
What was that drive there like?
Nobody said anything?
Was the music on?
No.
Was it a fast drive?
I can't remember.
And did Jack Snyder ultimately stop his car at the same house as before?
Yes.
Did you see any people in the yard?
Yes.
How many?
At first, they were far back in the yard, so I want to say 10.
You say at first they were far back in the yard. Were there any on the curb or near the street?
No.
And you could see 10 people in the yard?
Oh, yeah.
Did you recognize any of those people?
No.
Did they remain where they were?
Yes.
What did Tyler Da Silva do when the car stopped?
He opened his door and got out.
What did Jack Snyder do when the car stopped?
Nothing.
Where did Tyler Da Silva go when he got out of the car?
As soon as he got out, he started walking onto the lawn.
Walking?
Yes.
Not running?
No.
Did you stay in the car?
No.
What did you do?
As soon as Tyler got out, I got out.
Why?
It's my friend. I knew a couple people there. I was just going to help ease the situation, I guess.
Where was the knife?
In my pocket.
Did you have your hand on it?
No.
Where did Tyler Da Silva go as you were following him out of the car?
We started walking up the yard.
May I approach on? Behind you on the easel is States Exhibit 52. I'd ask you to use that pointer that you have and show us where you saw the initial 10 kids in the yard.
It's kind of out of the frame.
Out of the frame?
Yeah.
But you could see them from where the car parked?
Yeah.
Where did Jack Snyder park the car? When you got out of the vehicle, was there anything blocking your path to the yard?
I got out from this side, so no.
You got out from the driver's side?
Yeah.
And walked around the car?
Yeah.
So when you got out of the car, did you lose sight of Mr. Da Silva?
For a second or two.
So you came following behind him?
Yeah.
And where did Mr. Da Silva go when he got out of the car?
We started walking up the yard.
Can you show us his path of travel?
Got out right here. It was a point, so it went.
And he went onto the grass?
Yes.
And where did he go once he got on the grass, if anywhere?
I met him around this area. And we started to walk up, and we were approached by somebody right here.
Did you get up to where the red bush is?
No.
Did you get up to where the black truck is?
No.
Did you get any further than where the tree is in the middle of Exhibit 52?
Yes.
Where did you get up to?
Probably around right here.
And so you got just past where the tree is?
Yeah.
And then what happened?
After we were approached by the first person, which was a girl, she moved out of the way, and then we were approached by Tyler Rich and a whole bunch of other people.
And how many people were you approached by that included Tyler Rich?
At first, they were all in front of us. I'd say it was about 30 people spread out in a line almost.
Okay. And when you met Mr. De Silva on the grass as you came around the car, did he indicate to you in any way that he was surprised that you had followed him?
No.
Did he indicate in any way to you that he did not want you to follow him?
No.
You told us that you recognized Tyler Rich as one of the people that had approached you.
Yes.
Did you recognize anyone else?
No.
Did the people, you've described them as being in sort of a line, did they stay in one area?
No.
What did they do?
Shortly after we were both in our own conversations, they started to surround us.
And you say you were both in your own conversations. Do you mean Mr. De Silva and yourself?
Yeah.
How close were you standing to Mr. De Silva when you were confronted by these other folks?
At first, we were right next to each other.
You say at first. Did there come a time when you got separated?
Yeah.
And so who or how many people was Mr. De Silva engaged with?
At first, we were all talking to the same amount of people. And then after a little while, when I looked to my left, there was a wall of people blocking me from Tyler.
Okay. Let's break it down a little bit. You said at first you could see Mr. De Silva was talking to the same amount of people as you were.
Yeah.
How many people was Mr. De Silva talking to?
Directly, 10. There was a lot of kids around though.
And was he talking to any one person in particular?
Yes.
Who was that, if you know?
All of it.
Were there other people with Mr. Rich?
Yes.
How close were they standing to Mr. Rich?
Side by side.
You described them as forming a wall.
Yeah.
And how many people were you engaged with at that point?
Before or after they surrounded me?
Let's take it frame by frame. You've described Mr. De Silva talking with a group of people, and you said you were talking with a number of people as well. At that point, how many people were you engaged with?
I was directly talking to about 4 to 5 people.
And how many people, were there people behind them?
Right next to them.
Were they shoulder to shoulder?
Yeah.
And where were these people positioned, if you can show us on the exhibit there?
I was about right here. And they were right here. And right here.
And did they stay just in front of you?
No.
What did they do?
They started to surround me.
Did you have, how were you wearing your shirt at this point?
Normally?
Did you ever at any point pull it up over your head?
No.
Where was the knife at this point?
In my pocket.
Did you have your hands in your pockets?
No.
How were you feeling at this point?
Nervous?
Why were you feeling nervous?
Because there was a lot of people just surrounding me.
Yes, you are.
I just wanted to just give you a heads up that it's 4:45. Do you have a few additional questions, or is this a good time to break?
If Your Honor is inclined to take a break, I suppose this is as good a place as any to take one.
Oh, we'll stipulate on the record. This is the presence of all jurors. Attorney Smith, you may continue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Questions withdrawn.
Last question is withdrawn. Mr. Valle, you're here today testifying voluntarily.
Yes.
No promises, threats, anything like that have been made against you.
No. Are you asking if I was offered?
Objection. I said it be stricken.
But anything after yes, no, in response to the answer is going to be stricken from evidence. All right, it's non-responsive. Thank you.
Had you ever seen Jack Snyder's knife before that night?
No.
Have you ever seen Jack Snyder's knife since that night?
No.
Had you ever used a knife as a weapon before that night?
No.
Had you ever met Ryan Hines before that night?
No.
Had you ever met Faison Teal before that night?
No.
Had you ever met Tommy Connery before that night?
No.
Had you ever met Jimmy McGrath before that night?
No.
You told us before that you knew some of the folks at that party on social. Do you remember telling us that?
I believe so, yes.
What in the world does that mean to know somebody on social?
On social gatherings, like parties, on social media, just that kind of thing.
Even these folks that you say you knew on social, did you feel like you knew them well?
No.
Did you want to kill any of those kids?
No.
Did you want to hurt any of those kids?
No.
What did you want to do when you were down there on that ground and all those fists were punching you and those legs were kicking you?
Get them away from me.
Why did you use that knife that Jack Snyder gave you?
I'm going to object. This is asked and answered at this point.
All right.
So, like, the only thing that was gonna get me out of that situation.
Thank you, Mr. Valle. Nothing further.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we are going to move into our recess, so we will have our morning 15-minute recess and then we'll come back for the case examination of Mr. Valle. All right. Court stands in recess for 15 minutes.
Deciding before you're on.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Thank you. You may be seated. Thank you, everyone. I'll ask Mr. Valle to please retake his position in the stand. You do remain under the obligations of your oath, okay? To return of all of our jurors.
Defense stipulates, Your Honor.
Thank you. Attorney Durso, if you'd like to cross-examine.
May 14th of 2022, you go to Lazy Brook Road for a party at Madigan Life House, correct?
Yes.
That's you to the right there in the Ole Miss football shirt,
Yes.
light blue shirt,
Yes.
black pants with the helmet on, right?
Yes.
That's you.
You said that you got there around what time?
I want to say around 9 or 10.
9 or 10. You were there for, you testified on direct examination. You were there for about an hour and a half, correct?
Yeah.
People arrived at some point after an hour and a half, correct?
Yeah.
Ryan Hines and Griffin Marcinzik, you didn't know them, right?
No.
But those are the two that showed up at Lazy Brook Road at that point, right? Yeah. And when they got to Lazy Brook Road, Jack, Tyler, and yourself confronted those two, right?
When I first got there, no.
Because Madigan Lifer didn't want anybody else in her house. So you were under the assumption that if they left, you guys could stay, right?
No, she asked everybody by the door.
I'm gonna move to strike as non-responsive as to what Madigan Lifer said.
Court is going to sustain the objection. I am going to go ahead and strike everything after the response no, as unresponsive and yes, thank you.
So at some point in time, let me ask you this: how long was Ryan and Griffin at Lazy Brook before you, Jack, and Tyler got involved with them?
I want to say a couple of minutes.
A couple minutes, right? So they show up. Ryan walks down with his beer in his hand, right? And at some point, you talk to Ryan and Griffin with Jack and Tyler, right?
Yes.
And at some point in time, you say to them, "You can come in if you give me some beer," right?
I was the only one who said that.
You're the only one that said that.
Yes.
And Jack and Ryan gave you a beer, right?
He did not.
And at some point in time, it got heated between the three of you and Griffin and Ryan, right?
Just between Jack and Ryan.
And at some point in time, that went outside, right?
Yes.
So within a span of a few minutes, it went from give me a beer to going outside into the driveway, right?
Yes.
Okay. And out in the driveway, there was a group of people surrounding the area, right, from the party,
Scattered, yes.
right? And you said, I think you said on direct examination, there were about 30 people at this party. You understand that?
Inside, I think there was more.
Okay, so there was 30 people inside, and then there was maybe 20 outside.
No, there was probably like 10 people
There
outside,
was only 10 people outside. 10 people including you, or 10 people excluding you?
including me.
Okay, and who was outside?
At the time, I didn't really like look at faces.
Right, you weren't paying attention, right?
Yeah.
You just kind of scanned the area, and you said, "Oh, there's about 10 people here," right?
No, I didn't really look around to see how
You
many.
have no clue who's outside then at that point. That's what you're telling us?
Yeah.
Okay. And you don't know if there were girls outside or boys outside at that point, right?
No.
You just know that there were bodies. You weren't paying attention.
Yeah.
And when you go outside, at some point there's an argument going on between Ryan and Jack, right?
Yeah.
And you're witnessing it.
Yeah.
And you're outside, in fact, with this helmet on at the time, are you not?
Yes.
And when you're outside and you're looking at this argument that is going on between Jack and Ryan, at some point in time they square up, right?
Yes.
And they square up because they're going to fight for the beer, right? Jack had taken the beer from him at that point,
Yeah.
right? And he wanted his beer back. Ryan wanted his beer back.
Yes.
And when they square up, Ryan's standing squared up to Jack. Jack's across from Ryan, right?
Yes.
And to Jack's back left is Tyler DeSilva, correct?
Yes.
And behind Ryan is you, right?
Off to the side, yeah.
Right? And you're wearing that helmet at that point, right?
Yes.
And you testified on direct examination. They squared off. Hines stepped on my foot and I pushed him. Do you remember saying that?
Yes.
You pushed him.
Yes.
I want to show you State's Exhibits 58. Stop right there. So this is this person right here to the left in the blue shirt. Who's that?
Tyler DeSilva?
Can I get this? So this person right here is who? And
Tyler DeSilva.
this person in the red is who?
Jack Snyder.
So right now you're behind. We can't see you, but you're right behind Ryan Hines, right?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Can you play this? Stop. Is that you pushing Ryan Hines in the head?
That's me pushing Ryan Hines, yes.
So that right there, that's a push, not a punch. That's what you're testing. What you want these ladies and gentlemen to believe, that that was a push, not a punch.
Yes, I remember pushing him.
Can you play the fast record, please? So right there, what you want these ladies and gentlemen to believe is that you just pushed Ryan in his head, not punched him. That's what you're telling them.
I'm saying that I remember pushing him.
But the video would contradict what you want these ladies and gentlemen to believe at this point, correct?
I remember pushing him.
But the video, that's not responsive to my question. The video does not corroborate what you just told these ladies and gentlemen of the jury, correct?
I just remember pushing him.
Non-responsive. Did you push him in the head or did you punch him in the head? You remember pushing him, but does the video show you pushing or punching him? That's my question.
I pushed him.
What does the video show?
Me pushing him?
So you want these ladies and gentlemen to believe that what just happened there is a push, not a punch, correct?
Yes.
And you also told these ladies and gentlemen of the jury, at some point during this fight, you go over and you try to get Ryan off of Jack, right? Is it Jack? Because at that point the fight was on, and Ryan tackles Jack, right?
Yes.
And your testimony was that at some point, Tyler De Silva gets in and does the same thing, right?
Yes.
That's what you remember, right?
Yes.
But isn't it true that Tyler jumps in and also punches Ryan when he's on the ground?
I think so. I don't remember that happening.
Isn't it also true that at some point in time towards the end of this fight, you use the helmet that's on your head and you slam it into Ryan's head?
That's not true, no.
That's not true? Is that not what you remember? Or is that what you're saying is that the video is false?
I never did that.
You never did that. Okay. So let's play the rest of this video and then we'll go to the slow-mo. That's you right there in the helmet back there, right? Stop. That's you right there, right?
Yes.
You have a helmet on, right?
I had the helmet on a lot at the time.
Play. Okay. Now we'll play the slow motion. Now you just saw the helmet slam down on Ryan, right? And you heard the crack of the helmet on Ryan's head?
I didn't slam the helmet down on him at all.
So you want these ladies and gentlemen to believe that you did not slam the helmet into Ryan's head when he was on the ground?
Yes.
Is that what you remember, or are you saying the video is false?
I don't really see that in the video.
Okay, let's play the slow-mo version. So here's the punch, or what you're saying is a push. There you are here with the helmet, right? Here's you right in here. Ready? Slam. That's you right there, slamming the helmet to Ryan's head, right?
I never slammed him with the helmet.
Okay, so the video's alive. That's what you're saying. So counsel asked you before if you ever had carried a weapon before May 14th of 2022. Isn't it true that you used the helmet as a weapon at Lazy Brook that night?
No.
At some point in time, Lifer's mother comes out and kicks everybody out, right? But that's about 15, 20 minutes after this fight is over.
Yeah.
And after that, after you guys are kicked out, you get into Jack's car, the Honda Pilot.
Yes.
And you had no idea what you were going to do, so you guys were driving over to Trumbull High School, right?
Yes.
And when you were driving over to Trumbull High School, isn't it true that during that ride, you were laughing and joking about how you just got into a fight and hurt Ryan Hines?
No.
You never said that? And as you're going over to Trumbull High School, it's you in the back seat behind Jack, right?
Yeah.
Jack's driving.
Yes.
Tyler's in the front seat.
Yes.
In the middle seat is who? Will Sinjwald, correct?
Yes.
And to the right of him is Keenan Frasick.
Yes.
Mackenzie's on your lap.
Yes.
And Dimitri's in the back.
Yes.
And when you're driving over there, you indicated on direct examination you had your phone on you at that point, right? As a matter of fact, you had your phone all night, right?
Yes.
And at some point in time, you're added to a group chat, right?
Yes.
When you go over to Trumbull High School, had the group chat already started before you get to Trumbull High School?
I believe so, yes.
Right. So you knew that because you were already added, right?
Can't remember if I got added when we got to Trumbull or on the way there.
Isn't it true that Anthony Greco added you at 11:10 p.m. on Saturday, May 14th, 2022 to the group chat?
I can't remember, but yeah.
Well, who's Anthony Greco? You know Anthony Greco, right?
Football team.
Play football. You went to St. Joe's with you, right? He was at Lazy Brook that night at some point? Did you see him at Lazy Brook?
No, I don't remember seeing him.
But he added you to this chat nevertheless, right?
Yes.
And that was at about 11:10 p.m.?
I guess so, yeah.
And you indicated on direct examination you were on your phone, checking the text group messages. You're talking to Will Singewald next to you, and you're talking to Mackenzie, right?
Yes.
And while you were doing all those things, you also had an opportunity to see that Jack was on his phone also, right?
Yes.
And you saw that Tyler was on his phone, right?
Yeah.
And when you get to Trumbull High School, how long are you there for? About 20 minutes?
I can't remember exactly how long we were there for.
When you get to Trumbull High School, you have a conversation with Jack and Tyler about fighting these kids at Trumbull High School, correct?
Oh, never.
Isn't it true that you were in the group chat telling kids to come show up to Trumbull High School to fight?
Yes. I remember telling them to come to Trumbull High.
Right. Because you, in this group chat, you're saying Trumbull High, slide. Right now, RN, right now, Trumbull High, slide, right?
Yes.
Because at that point, you wanted to meet those kids to fight, right?
No, we were about to be leaving Trumbull, and at the time I thought it would be funny.
So you wanted to meet those kids at Trumbull High School to fight, right?
No.
So at some point in time, you leave Trumbull High School,
Yes.
and before you leave Trumbull High School, you're again asking them, Trumbull High, slide, right? Slide means come here.
Yeah.
And at some point in time, you're in the group chat and you realize that the other kids are talking about an address, right? They said, drop the ad. We're going to drop the Addy, right? Does that mean address?
You're saying the other kids were saying that?
Yeah. People were
Yeah.
talking about giving you an address. Someone was saying, we'll drop the Addy, right? You remember seeing that in the group chat?
No, I remember just seeing the address.
Okay. Do you recall when someone indicated that we dropped the Addy, you said send it in the group chat?
No, I don't remember that.
May I approach the witness, Your Honor? But looking at the document, help to refresh your recollection?
Yeah.
That's you, right? Do you remember it refreshed?
It says my name, but I don't see the number.
Somebody else have your phone that night?
I don't
Somebody
remember.
else you know named Lito?
I don't remember now.
No. So do you recall asking for the address in the group chat that says send it?
No.
You don't recall that?
No.
Are you saying that this is not you in the group chat?
It says my name, but there's no number.
Okay. Again, at some point in time later in the group chat, you say Laurel Glen, correct?
No.
You don't? May I approach the witness with looking at a document, help to refresh your recollection.
Sure, yeah.
Lito, does that refresh your recollection?
Again, it says my name, but not my number.
So let me ask you this, Mr.
Did it refresh your recollection, yes or no?
No?
So let me ask you this. You recall being added to the group chat by Anthony Greco at 11:10 p.m. on May 14th of 2022, correct?
Yes.
You recall that.
Yes.
And you also recall telling the kids to slide to Trumbull High School, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, do you recall whether or not your name was Lito in the group chat?
When you join a group chat, it's just your number.
It's just your number. But if somebody has your name in their phone, it would say your name, correct?
Pretty sure it would still be just a number.
But would looking at a document help to refresh your recollection as to whether or not you told people to slide over to Trumbull?
No, I knew I said that.
You knew you said that, right? So if we had a group chat with your name on it, and that is corroborated in here that you told them to slide, wouldn't it also be true that if your name is in this group chat subsequent and you told them to drop the address, send it, that would also be you? Or is there two Litos that you know of?
Can't see the number. It just says my name.
Right. So wouldn't it stand to reason that Lito is you in the group chat?
I guess so, yeah.
You just don't recall saying these things, right? That's your testimony today?
I only ever remember saying the Trumbull High thing.
Right. You don't recall asking them to send their address at Laurel Glen. That's what your testimony is, right?
Yeah.
And you don't recall reiterating the address that was sent, Laurel Glen. You say Laurel Glen, right? You actually say it twice in the group chat, but you don't recall that, right?
No.
That's your testimony today?
Yes.
And then at some point in time, you make your way from Trumbull High School over to 43 Laurel Glen, which is Tyler Rich's house, right?
Yes.
You didn't know it at the time, but that's Tyler Rich's house. You've met Tyler Rich before?
Yes.
Where have you met him before?
Parties.
What kind of parties?
High school parties.
Have you ever been to high school parties in the Berries? You know where the Berries are in Shelton?
No.
No, you don't? You ever recall going to a party on Mulberry, Strawberry, Edelberry, any type of street with a Berry last name in Shelton? You ever recall seeing Ricky Fiola at those parties?
Yeah, I've been to parties in Shelton.
Right. And you ever recall seeing Matt Lockovich at those parties?
Yes.
Yeah, you've met him before, right? As a matter of fact, you've had a fight with Matt Lockovich a week before this incident, correct? At one of those parties?
No, never.
So you drive over from Trumbull High School, and you indicate a couple cars were there when you got to 43 Laurel Glen, right?
Can you repeat that?
When you drove over from Trumbull High School and you got to 43 Laurel Glen, you indicated on direct examination there were a couple of cars there, right?
Yeah.
We pulled up and saw girls from St. Joe's High School. Oh, I'm sorry, withdrawn. You indicated that when you got there, you saw other cars parked in the street, right?
Yes.
And there wasn't that many people outside at first, right? I noticed a few kids, right? Isn't that what you said on direct examination?
Yeah, not that I could see at first.
And at some point, people came out of the house, right?
Like everyone came out of the house.
Right. And people came out of the house because you texted them in the group chat, "We here," right?
No.
Do you recall doing that?
No.
Would looking at a document help to refresh your recollection?
Sure.
You approach the witness yard. You remember refresh?
Yeah, I never said that.
So somebody else had your phone at that point.
No, again, it says my name, but not my number.
So there's another person named Lito in the group chat.
Anybody can name anybody they want in the group chat.
But you would agree with me that in the group chat it says, from Lito, we here, right?
It just says Alito.
And then it says, we here, right?
Yes.
So at that point in time, people come out of the house, right?
Yes.
And when the people come out of the house, what time of night would you say it was when people came out of the house when you were in front of 43 Laurel Glen?
I can't remember.
You don't remember, but it was dark out.
Yeah.
It was late, clearly after 11, right?
Yes.
Probably sometime before 11:30ish.
I don't know.
You don't recall?
No.
And you indicated that you saw people come out, and there were about 30 people that came out at that point, right?
That I could see, yeah, but I know there was more.
You knew there were more. How did you know there were more?
There was people behind those 30 people.
There was people behind the 30 people. So you counted each and every one of those people that came outside?
No, it's just an estimate.
It's just an estimate, right? So there could have been 20, right?
It looked like way more than 20 people.
Right, but it could have been 20, right?
Yeah.
So at some point in time, you indicate that Snyder stopped his car, you saw a yard and kids coming out to the car, right?
Yes.
And by the way, at some point in time, you leave the chat at like 11:32 p.m. Do you recall doing that?
Yes, that was before we arrived at the house.
Before you arrived at the house. So you left the chat, according to the chat, Lito left the conversation. You recall that happened?
Yes.
Okay. So you recall getting in the conversation, you recall getting out of the conversation, you only recall a few things that you said, but you think the other person named Lito in the conversation could be somebody else.
I remember why I left.
That mischaracterizes the testimony. He has not said he believes there's another person named Lito in the group
chat.
So you recall saying some things in the chat, you just don't recall saying everything in the chat. Is that a fair statement of your testimony?
I only ever said the things about Trumbull High School.
Okay, so the other things that are in the chat, that would be inaccurate, according to you.
Yes.
Okay. So you were going over there to fight, correct?
No.
And when you got there, kids surrounded the car, right?
Yes.
And you indicated that on direct examination, there were rows of people, 10, then maybe 30, right?
Yes.
Jack was talking, Tyler was talking because kids had approached the car at that point.
Yes.
You indicated kids you knew were there because you texted them in the group chat, right?
Never said that.
You said that on direct examination, right?
No. I said my window was up when all the kids came. When I recognized a few people, I put my window down.
And who did you recognize?
Ricky Fiola, Nikki DeJesus, and Aiden King.
So you spoke to Aiden King when he came next to the car at that point, right?
I spoke to all three of them.
Right. And you told Aiden King at some point when it got aggressive that tell your friends to get away from the car. I'm going to break a bottle over somebody's head.
No, I never said that.
And there were a few kids shouting at Jack at some point, right?
Yes.
And it became aggressive, according to you?
Yes.
But at first it was a peaceful conversation, right? According to you? Peaceful?
Mine was,
And it
yes.
got aggressive?
Yes.
But you didn't see anybody throw anything at that point, right?
No.
And then you indicated on direct examination you couldn't see anybody outside. So you only saw the three people you knew, Aiden, Ricky, and who was the third?
Nikki DeJesus.
So Nikki, Aiden, and Ricky you saw. That's it.
Yes.
You couldn't hear any threats, right?
I heard them screaming, but
But you couldn't hear any threats, right?
I couldn't make out what they were saying.
And at some point you indicated on direct examination people were hitting the car on all sides, right?
Yeah, before that happened, somebody punched Jack in the face.
I'm going to move to strike as non-responsive.
Sustained. Court's going to strike the witness's response after, yeah. Okay, so the rest of that response, please strike from your notebooks. If you took notes on it, it's not to be considered evidence. Okay.
So you indicated on direct examination people hitting the car on all sides, correct?
Yes.
And all I heard was banging, right?
Yes.
Didn't hear glass shattering, right?
No, I don't think so.
And the car began to rock, right?
Yes.
You indicated on direct examination you were panicking, right?
Yes.
This was never like anything you've been through before, right? This was scary, right?
Yes.
And at that point, you couldn't get out, right? You said that on direct
There was no way to get out, no.
because there were so many people, right?
Yes.
And at some point, you thought to yourself, this is not a good idea, right, to be here?
I just remember being scared. My girlfriend was crying. And I remember telling Jack to drive.
To drive, right? So Jack drove down the street, right?
Yes.
And when Jack drove down the street, at some point, he stopped, right?
Yes.
At some point, was Jack driving up and down the street? You remember Jack driving up and down the street?
I don't remember that, no.
You don't remember that? Could have happened, but you don't remember?
Yeah, no, I don't remember that.
You don't remember. But at some point in time, he drives down the street, right? State Exhibit 1, you indicate that Jack drives down the street and at some point stops in front of the house near where we previously identified it as 36 Laurel Glen, correct?
Yes.
And it's at that moment that that Mackenzie gets out of the car
Yes.
and she's walking away.
Yes.
And then you get out of the car at some point, right?
Yes, right after.
While you're getting out of the car, you're pissed off and you say, holy shit, they really fucked up your car, Jack. Give me the knife. Where's the knife? Give me the knife, right?
No. Immediately after I got out, or Mackenzie got
I'm
out.
gonna move to strike is non-responsive. Everything after no.
Court is going to go ahead and strike the response after the witness indicated the word no. Please discard that from your notes. Thank you.
Now, you get out of the car with the knife, correct, at this point?
No.
Because according to you, on direct examination, Jack gave you the knife when you got out of the car at that point, correct?
Yes.
So you did get out of the car with the knife at this point, right? When
I was
Jack-
not-
Objection, Your Honor. That mischaracterizes the testimony. He did not testify that he got out of the, with the knife.
So the witness indicated yes. I'm going to go back to the last question. I'm going to hear the last question again.
So Jack gave you the knife when you got out of the car, correct?
I was already outside of the car. Yes.
And he gave you the knife at that point, right?
Yes.
And he gave you the knife when you got out of the car, at that point when the car initially stopped, right? Car stops, you get out, you get the knife, right?
Yes.
So you're in possession of the knife when you initially get out of the car on May 14th of 2022, right?
Objection, Your Honor. I think that mischaracterizes the testimony.
Yes, sustained.
When you get out of the car stops in front of 36 Laurel Glen. You get out of the car, right?
After Mackenzie, yes.
Mackenzie's walking down the street, right?
Yes.
And when you're out of the car, Jack gives you the knife, right?
Tosses it at me, yes.
Right. And at some point after that, Tyler DeSilva gets out of the car and walks around the car towards you, right?
No, Tyler DeSilva was already next to me when that happened.
So it's your testimony that Tyler was next to you when Jack throws you the knife. That's your testimony.
As I remember it, yeah.
I'm going to show you states 44 here. This is states 44. This person right here, standing right here with the dark pants and the shirt, is that you? Can you see where I'm pointing? Is that you out of the car?
Yes.
So you're in front of the car, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And at some point we see Tyler DeSilva get out of the car and walk next to you, right?
Yes.
So your testimony is as Jack's driving up the street, he tosses you the knife at this point?
Yes. And you can see
I would
at one point he stopped.
everything after this.
Pause for yes or no answer. I'm going to strike everything after yes, ladies and gentlemen, the jury, so please make notation accordingly.
And by the way, when Jack gives you the knife, do you catch it?
No.
Does it fall?
It fell.
It fell. Okay.
Yes.
Good.
That's when it falls.
Stop. Stop. So thank you. So we didn't see you bend down to pick anything up, correct?
I bent down to pick it up when I was.
No.
Court is going to strike. The witnesses respond after no.
So at this point in time, in states 44, you're in possession of the knife at this point, correct?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Stop. Now these are the kids from 43 Laurel Glen that just ran down towards you, right?
Yes.
When they came down the street, did they have any weapons on them?
I didn't look to see if they had any weapons.
But you didn't see any weapons, right?
I didn't look to see if they had any weapons.
They didn't have any weapons on them, right?
Didn't look to see if they had any weapons.
So you didn't see any weapons on them that night, right?
I didn't look. How would I?
So at this point in time, there's no fighting going on down there, right?
No.
And after this video stops, no fight occurs down this end of the street, right?
As they ran down, we said,
Yes or no answer. No fight happens after this video stops, right? No physical altercation happens down this end of the street, correct?
no.
So you have the knife. You don't see anybody else with a weapon. Jack drives off. Mackenzie's down the other end of the street, right? She's at the corner of farmhouse in Laurel Glen.
Yes.
And Dimitri, Will, and Keenan are still in the car as the car drives away, right?
Yes.
So when Jack gave you the knife, they were in the vicinity of seeing that happen, correct?
They were in the car.
Right. Can you play the second one? So again, this is a different angle, right? Mackenzie's walking down the street, and this is you out here, just above this bush on the right side. And here comes Tyler walking to your right, right? The car drives away. You have the knife at this point, right?
Yes.
Tyler Rich runs up to you, right? Is that Tyler Rich that ran up the street, do you recall?
I saw like two kids run past.
Do you recall them throwing something at the car?
Yes.
Recall who that was?
No.
So at some point, you recall who ran down the street?
Like in total?
No, I'm asking first if you were familiar with anybody who ran down the street at that point.
Yes.
Ricky Fiola, right?
Yes.
Tyler Rich.
Yes.
Are you familiar with Ty Wood?
Yes.
Did he run down the street?
I can't remember seeing him.
Charlie Connery, are you familiar with him?
No.
You're not familiar with him. Do you know? So you don't know that the person that testified for the state as our last witness, you can't recall if he ran down the street?
No, I didn't see him.
But there were about 7 kids that ran down the street, right?
I don't know exactly how many.
Or was there more than 7 or less than 7?
I'm not sure.
You would agree with me there was more than 3 kids, right? Clearly in the video, there's more than 3 kids from the shelter party,
Yes.
right? And would you also agree with me that after this particular part of the video ends, there's a whole interaction that happens down the end of the street that's not captured on video, right?
Yes.
And that interaction that's happening is you having the knife, right?
Yeah, it's in my pocket.
You have this interaction with Tyler Rich, right?
Yes, he sprays
And
me with
he sprays you with the WD-40, right?
Yes.
And at some point in time, shortly after that happens, Ricky Fiola comes and talks to you, right?
Like right after, yes.
Right. Because in your words, you indicated that he came up to me, talked to me, made me feel better about the situation, right? Because you had just gotten sprayed, right?
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, between the time you were in the car when you got to 43 Laurel Glen, up until the time where you spoke to Ricky Fiola, the people at that party indicated to you they didn't want you at the house. You were supposed to leave, right?
I guess so, yeah.
So when you spoke to Ricky, not what he said, but during your conversation, pretty much said you should not be here, you should leave, right?
No.
So he actually said you should stay?
He was talking bad about Tyler Rich.
Right. And then he said you guys should probably just leave, right?
No, he never said that.
He never said that. He said probably you should just hang out in the corner and, figure it out, right?
I can tell you what he said.
Well, I don't want to know what he said, but the reality is the conversation you had with Ricky Fiola was, hey, I was really messed up that he sprayed me with WD-40, but look, there's a lot of us and there's only 2 of you guys. It's not smart. You probably should just leave. Are you saying that conversation didn't happen?
That's not what he said.
Okay. So, but nevertheless, these 3, 4, or 5 kids that run down the street, including Tyler Rich, they do not engage you in a physical altercation down the street, correct?
Just sprayed me with WD-40.
And walked away then, right?
Yeah.
He walked back to his house, right?
Yes.
And when he walked back to his house, you guys stayed down the street for a little bit, right?
Yes.
And so your testimony today is you were never told to leave the area?
I've never heard anybody say that. Ricky Fiola 100% didn't say that.
And at that point, you said on direct examination, you were scared and confused, right? Terrified about the group of people that were down the road, right?
Just everything.
And you were scared even when the people walked down the street, right? When they came down the street towards Farmhouse Road, that scared you?
When they were running at us, yes.
You were panicked?
Yeah.
You were concerned? You had your phone on you at that point, right?
Most likely, yes.
Most likely, right. So at any point between the time you got out of the car and the time the kids ran down the street, you never called for somebody to give you a ride home, right?
No, Mackenzie's sister was going to give me a ride.
And you never called for an Uber, right? To bring you out of that situation, right?
Mackenzie's sister was going to give me a ride home.
And you never called for a lift, right? Because Mackenzie's sister was coming to pick you up?
Yes.
So Mackenzie's sister was going to pick you up at the corner of Farmhouse Road and Laurel Glen, right?
Yes.
You knew that because you had a conversation with Mackenzie about getting a ride home.
Yes.
Because on direct examination, you indicated that you walked over to Mackenzie and said, hey, listen, can I get a ride home? I don't want to be here anymore, right?
I don't remember my exact words, but I remember asking her for a ride.
because you were concerned.
Yes.
You wanted to get out of that situation.
Yeah.
Mackenzie had her head down, right?
Yes.
She was on her phone. Safe to say she wasn't paying attention to things going on around her?
Yes.
Isn't it true Mackenzie was mad at you at that point because she didn't want to go to Tyler Rich's house and you didn't stick up for her?
No, she initially started crying and got upset when they were hitting the car.
And by the way, the state called 25 witnesses in this case, right?
Yes.
And you were here for all 25 of those witnesses, right?
Yes.
And the story you're telling us today is the first time we've heard this story, right?
I was never asked by anybody to tell me
I'm
something.
gonna move to strike as non-responsive.
So the court's going to go ahead and strike the witness's response to the question as being non-responsive. Call for a yes or no.
So this is the first time we're hearing this story, correct?
Yes.
Mackenzie knew a lot of those kids at that house, right? You knew that.
Yes.
And she didn't want to be there, right?
After they started hitting the car, she started crying.
Right. And at some point in time after this video ends, Will gets out of the car, right?
Yes.
And Keenan gets out of the car, right?
Yes.
And Dimitri gets out of the car, right?
Yes.
And at some point in time, they sit down at the corner because they're waiting for a ride, right?
I remember them sitting around Mackenzie at one point.
But you were not under the impression that they were also waiting for Mackenzie's sister?
The only person I knew that was waiting for a ride, definitely was Will Singemore because he was calling his girlfriend.
Because his girlfriend, Carolyn Takis, was coming to get him, right?
Yes.
Right. So as far as you were concerned, Carolyn was coming to get Will, and Dimitri and Keenan had no ride home at that point? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
But nevertheless, Will, Keenan, Dimitri, and Mackenzie don't get back in the car with Jack at some point, right?
Can you say that again?
At some point in time, Jack, you, and De Silva get in the car and go back down to 43 Laurel Glen, right?
Yes.
Right. But when that happens, Will doesn't get in the car, right?
Nobody else gets in the car.
Right. Mackenzie doesn't get in the car, right?
Nobody else got.
Dimitri doesn't get in the car, right? And neither does Keenan, right? Because they didn't want to get involved with what was going to happen, right?
Because they were asked not to.
I'm going to move to strike as non-responsive. That's the answer in a yes or no.
We're going to go ahead and strike witness's last response to the question called for a yes or no answer. Please remove it from the room.
So they didn't get in the car because they didn't want to be involved with what was going to happen, correct?
No.
And at some point in time, you indicate that you say Tyler's your best friend, right? Growing up, you met him since 8 years old?
Yes.
And Jack was only just an acquaintance from St. Joe's, right? You weren't really friends with him?
Not as close as Tyler.
But you all hung out, right?
Yes.
And you all would go to parties together on the weekends, right?
Yes.
You guys were football buddies, right?
Yeah, we all play football. Yeah.
In fact, it wasn't uncommon for Jack to pick you and Tyler up and go to a party, right?
He was always the one that drove.
He was always the one that drove, right? And when you guys are in school, you guys would always hang out and talk, right?
At football practice, not really.
At football. So you didn't associate with Jack in school, just in football practice? That
We
would,
never had any of the same classes.
okay. So you never saw him in the hallway and said, "Hey, Jack, what's up?" So you associated with him, right? But Jack was always the one that drove you guys. It wasn't Tyler, right?
Not always, but if we were going out with Jack, he was driving.
But you went out with him a lot, is the point, right? Whenever you would go out, it would be you, Tyler, and Jack, right?
No.
No? Even though Jack always drove, majority of the time?
Jack always drove when we went out with him.
Okay, but you didn't go out with him a lot? That's what you're saying now? Okay. So at some point in time, there's a conversation. You say on direct examination, there's a conversation between Jack and Tyler in this area, right? You don't know what the conversation's about?
It was
I
something
don't want to know what it was about. Do you know what it was about, or yes or no?
somewhat. Yeah.
You know somewhat what it was about. So, and based on that information, you were still scared.
Yes.
You were still concerned. and you were still worried about what could happen.
Yes.
And at some point in time, Jack gets in the car,
Yes.
Tyler gets in the car,
Yes.
and you get in the car,
Yes.
and you're still concerned, right? And you go back down to 43 Laurel Glen, right? Because you're still concerned, right?
Best friend was going. I was going with.
Non-responsive. I would ask them, that should be stricken.
It's going to strike the witness's response as non-responsive. Call for a yes or no. Thank you.
So at some point in time, you get in the car with Jack and Tyler, correct?
Yes.
And you are going to go back to 43 Laurel Glen, right?
Yes.
And you're going to go and talk to some kids that had just damaged the car, right?
Yes.
Threw stuff at the car, right?
Yes.
Bounced on the car, right?
Yes.
Almost withdrawn. Did these things for about a 30 to 40 second period, right? When you were initially in front of 43 Laurel Glen?
I don't know how long it was.
Was it fast? Was it fast interaction or was it slow interaction?
I can't remember.
But nevertheless, these are the kids that damaged the car, right?
Yes.
And you were going back to talk to them, right?
Yes.
These are the same kids, right, that you said you were very concerned about.
Yes.
You were very worried about.
Yes.
You were panicking when this was going on, right?
Yes.
But you went back to 43 Laurel Glen, right?
Yes.
You could have stayed at the corner of Farmhouse Road and Laurel Glen and waited for Mackenzie's sister to pick you up, right?
Looking back, that's what we should have done.
Move to strike as non-responsive.
We'll go ahead and strike the witness's response as non-responsive. Question called for a yes or no answer.
You could have stayed at the corner of Laurel Glen and Farmhouse Road, correct?
Yes.
But you didn't do that, did you?
No.
And you got back in that car with the knife.
Yes.
And you indicated on direct examination you were scared to get back in the car, right?
Yes.
But you did it anyway.
Yes.
And you didn't have to go back to that house, did you? So you get back to the house, right? And you get out of the car, right?
Yes.
It's 52. I may approach the Your Honor. John drives the car and stops the car right about here on stage 52 in front of his mailbox, right? Is that Mill Brook? Right, there's a car parked here, right? He stops right about here, right?
No, it was really close.
How close is it?
Did you open the door? I wasn't on that side.
Right, but you were on that side at one point, weren't you? Yes. So you could open the door, right?
Yes.
Right. So the car was closer to the center of the road, right?
Yes.
And Tyler gets out of the front passenger seat, right? He walks around the car and out to the grass, right?
Yes.
You saw this, right?
Yes.
You got out of the rear passenger seat on Jack's side, right?
Yes.
And you walk around the car, and you never lost sight of Tyler, correct?
Yes.
So you look at him over the SUV, right? That's what your testimony is? You want to run the SUV because you just said that you didn't lose sight of him. So you looked over the SUV and see where Tyler was, right? So my point is, you didn't see him in there. You just walked around the car, then you made contact with Tyler again, right?
Yes.
Right. And Tyler was on the left. Tyler was in this area at some point. On the left, right? You're on the right. You got him here? Right here. Here. So you were on the left. Tyler was on the left. You were on the right, right?
Yes.
You walked up together, right?
Yes.
And when you initially got there were like 10 people in the yard, right?
I can't remember exactly how many. We were first approached by Lily Lombardi.
You indicated on direct examination there were people in the yard, right?
Yes.
You said 10 people at first in the back, correct?
Around me?
They were far back, right?
Yeah.
Close to where that little hole is in the where they came out of.
It was really dark.
It was really dark. You couldn't see, right? You didn't recognize anybody at that point, right?
It was just right.
And you had the knife in your pocket when you got out, right?
Yes.
When people started coming out of the house, were there girls that came out of the house also?
The first person we spoke to was a girl. Before all those people.
Was there more than one girl at the house? Do you recall?
I don't remember.
Well, Lily Lombardi, right? Taylor Capella was there.
I didn't see her.
Do you know Taylor Capella? Are you saying there was only one girl at the party that night?
I'm saying I only saw and spoke to one girl.
You only spoke to one girl, but you don't know if there were other girls later on in the evening that were outside watching, right? There could have been. You just don't know. And you said at some point 30 kids come out, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
You were approached by Rich and everybody else. There were 30 people, right?
No, at first it was around 30 people, and then everybody came out.
And how many of those people were girls?
I didn't see any girls.
You didn't see any girls? So there could have been girls in the back. You just don't know.
Yeah.
And when they came out, you recognized only Tyler Rich, right?
Yeah.
And you had your conversation with Tyler Rich. So you just stood there?
Yeah.
And Ryan Hines approached you?
Yeah.
And you had a conversation with Ryan Hines? And that was the kid that you had pushed in the head, according to your testimony earlier that night at Lazy Brook, correct?
Yes.
And you were next to Tyler when this was happening?
Yes.
And you indicated on direct examination there were a wall of people at some point in front of you, right?
Yes.
Right? And initially it was, De Silva was talking about 10 people. You said that on direct, remember that?
Like there was all of them were all together, but he was directly
So
talking.
it was like a line of people. It was you, this is Tyler, this is you, there's a line of people in front, right? And there's about 10 people. And when you're talking to these people, you're asking where Aiden King is, right?
I asked Ryan Hines, I was like, where's Aiden King? That's my boy.
That's your what?
My boy, like my friend.
That's your friend?
Yeah.
You heard Aiden King testify in this case, right?
Yes.
You heard him testify that you said, tell the people get away from the car, I'm going to smash a bottle on somebody's head, right?
Yeah, he said that.
And you indicated on direct examination that you were speaking with 4 to 5 people, right?
Yeah.
You were speaking with Ryan Hines?
Yeah.
Ty Wood? You remember Ty Wood? Do you know who Ty Wood is? You know who Ty Wood is? You don't recall seeing him there that night?
I was mainly talking with Ryan Hines.
And Faison Teal was close by at this point?
I believe so, yes.
And so at some point, were there other people that you recognized there at the time besides Ty Wood, Ryan Hines, and Tyler Rich?
There was a giant group of people. There were so many.
But you don't know everybody that was there.
No.
And the knife was in your pocket at this point.
Yes.
And the people you were talking with didn't have any weapons on them, right?
Not that I saw, no.
And you were getting nervous.
Yes.
And you recall at some point, so at the end of your testimony yesterday on direct examination, you indicated that there were 4 to 5 people that you were speaking with, but then today when you started testifying, you indicated there was 20 to 25 people just on you. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
So was it 4 to 5 people or 20 to 25 people?
They were all together. It's not like it was only 4 who came up and talked to us. Or they were all together.
And when you're walking up to Tyler Rich's house, they're telling you to leave the property, right?
No.
And when you're walking up to Tyler Rich's house, you see the kids start coming out of the house, right?
Yes.
And at that point, you could have turned around and went back to the car, right?
Yes.
But you didn't do that, right? And at some point, you indicated there were people everywhere, right? And people were saying stuff, right? It was aggressive. People were arguing. You were arguing back. Tyler was arguing back. And you indicated you were smaller at the time, right? Much smaller than you are today?
Yes.
Right. But you felt like you were okay at that point because you had a knife on you, right? So you approached kids that had just thrown stuff at the car, right?
Yes.
That had dented the car, right?
Yes.
That had jumped and bounced and rocked the car, right?
Yes.
And you were panicked because of it, and you were worried, and you approached these kids at that point at Tyler's house with a knife in your pocket, correct?
Yes.
At some point in time, you make a move towards Ty Wood, correct? You flinch like you're going to hit somebody, right? And when that happens, you get punched by Tyler Rich, right?
I stuck my hand up for somebody to shake hands with.
I would move to strike as non-responsive.
Court's going to strike the portion of the witness's response after no. Okay, so anything after no to the question, please strike from your notes. That's not to be considered evidence.
And at some point, you get hit in the head, right? On the left side of your head, right? And you don't know who punched you, do you? You know now who punched you, right? But at the time, you did not know who punched you, right? Isn't it true that you thought you got hit in the head with a bottle at that point?
Yeah.
But it wasn't a bottle, right?
I don't know.
And you indicated on direct examination at that point everything went black. How long would you say it went black for?
It's impossible to tell. I have no idea.
You have no idea how so maybe it was like 2 seconds
Or longer.
or longer? How long? How long?
There's no way to tell.
No way to tell. And your face was in the ground. And all you hitting and kicking you, right?
Yeah.
And you didn't see any weapons, right?
No, I just saw the ground.
And the knife was in your pocket.
Yeah.
And at some point, people were yelling, right?
Yelling. Yeah.
And people were you couldn't see, but people were all around you. That was your testimony on direct, right? People were all around you, but you couldn't see. So how were you able to see if people were all around you if your head was in the ground?
Before they hit me, they started like circling me.
But when you were in the ground and you were in the fetal position, you couldn't see who was around you, right?
No, I just felt
You couldn't tell if there was one person engaging you, right?
it was way more than one.
Could you tell if it was one person that was engaging you at that point?
It was way more than
Do you
one.
have eyes in the back of your head?
I can feel it.
Do you have eyes in the back of your head?
Objection, Your Honor, argumentative.
Mr. Valle, you indicated on direct examination that your head was in the ground, right?
Yes.
And you were down on the ground looking at the ground, right?
Yes.
And when your head is down on the ground, could you tell if there were two people engaging you?
I could tell there was way more than two.
Could you tell if there was one person engaging you?
I could tell there was way more than one.
Could you tell if there were three people?
I could tell there was way more than.
Could you tell if there were four people?
I could tell there was way more.
How many people did you see? How many people did you see engage you when you were on the ground looking at the ground?
I just felt stuff coming from everywhere.
So you couldn't tell how many, correct?
Yes.
And you still had the knife on you at that point.
Yes.
And you indicated on direct examination that you lost consciousness. How long would you say you lost consciousness for?
There's no way to tell.
There's no way to tell. So you blacked out, right?
Yeah.
And you lost consciousness, right?
That was at the same time.
That was at the same time. But you don't know how long it was. Would you agree with me that the fight on the video doesn't capture the entire fight, right?
No, not anywhere close to it.
The video is about 17 seconds long, right? And the fight in its entirety is probably about 25 to 30 seconds long, right?
No.
No? It's longer than that? Was it like 5 minutes?
No.
How long would you say it was?
It's impossible to tell, especially when you're like in this situation.
45 seconds?
I felt.
It felt like an eternity, though, right? But it was about 45 seconds. You don't know how long it was. But you lost consciousness at some point during that whole altercation, right? And you don't know how long you lost consciousness for. And at some point when you regained consciousness, you took the knife out of your pocket, right?
Yeah.
Now, when the knife was in your pocket, it was closed, right? So you had to take the knife out of your pocket, right? Your right pocket. You had to open the knife, right?
My other hand was covering my head.
Showing your state's 95. Picture of is a replica of the knife that you had that night, correct?
I never looked at it.
You never looked at it, but it was a knife that opened in this manner, correct? You had to open the knife.
I don't even remember opening it.
You don't remember opening it. Well, was the knife opened in your right pocket when it was in your pocket?
I don't think so, no.
No. So if this was the knife, or if this is a copy of what the knife looked like, it would have been closed in your pocket, correct?
Yeah.
Right. So when you're on the ground, you stick your right hand in your pocket, you take the knife out of your pocket, correct? And then you proceed to open the knife, right?
No, I don't remember. My other hand, I remember, was the whole time holding my head.
So you opened that knife with one hand?
Yes.
You recall doing that?
I don't remember opening the knife.
And when you take the knife out, you have it in your hand, your right hand, right?
Yes.
And you have it in your hand like this, in your fist. And the blade is up this way,
Yes.
right? And you say on direct examination you were flailing your arms. Do you remember saying that? And you indicated that you were swinging the knife, right?
Yeah.
Show you states 56. This is Ryan Hines. You remember Ryan Hines from that night?
Yeah.
This is the kid that you say you pushed at Lazy Brook and then did not slam in the head with your helmet. Remember that?
Yes.
He's got a lot of facial injuries. Would you agree? No? States 83. Would you agree, Mr. Valle, that Mr. Hines has contusions on his head? Correct?
I see the one on the top of his head.
You don't see the ones on the side of his head? You don't see that his nose is broken here?
On the side, it just looks like acne.
States 84. You see the contusion on his head?
Yes.
That wasn't caused by your helmet? Did you do that at 43 Laurel Glen? So somebody else must have done that.
Yeah, I guess.
You have the knife in your hand, you have it in your fist, right? States 87. And you stab Ryan Hines in his chest and puncture his lung, correct?
Yes.
Like this, right?
Wasn't aiming or anything.
And you stab him in the side. States 89, right? That's not a swipe. Would you agree? That's a stab, right?
Just flailing my arm
That
around.
was a stab wound, right?
Just flailing my arm around.
So you're indicating that this is a swipe?
Objection, Your Honor. I think that mischaracterizes the testimony.
Sustained.
States 91. You were flailing your arms. He stabbed it again in the left side, correct?
Yeah.
So he stabbed 3 times, right?
Yes.
States 54, Faison Teal. You remember seeing him there that night, right?
I think so.
And you stabbed him, State 70, once in the upper extremity, in his left arm, right?
Yes.
While you were flailing your arms.
Yes.
That's about an inch or so, right? And at some point, they let you go, right?
Oh.
And when they let you go, at that point, Tommy Connery comes over, right? Because Ryan Hines is now out of it because you just stabbed him 3 times, right?
They never let go.
And Tommy Connery comes over. Remember Tommy Connery? States 55? That's Tommy Connery, right?
Yeah.
And you're down on the ground, right? You're bent over, right? No, you're not bent over.
It's on the ground.
You're on the ground. And you go after Tommy Connery, State 77, and you stab him 4 times in his leg, correct?
I didn't go after anybody.
And at some point in time, you're chased out into the street, right?
Yeah.
And you fall down. You said, according to your direct testimony, is you fall and you skin your hands on the ground.
That was after.
That was after. That was the second time, not the first time. But at some point in time, you go out into the street, right? And we see that in the video, correct?
I got thrown like towards the car.
Right. And you run back to the car, right?
Yes.
And you run back to the car, and you go to get in the car, right? No one chased you to the car, correct?
Yes, I did.
They did. Okay, let's play. I need Stop it. Who's this person right here running back to the car?
If you back it up a little bit, you see all those people, right?
No, they stop. Back it up. Back it up. Back it up. Right here, right? These kids right here?
Yeah.
They're chasing you? They stopped. Right?
I didn't look backwards.
But they stopped, right? The video shows that they're stopped here at this point, right? They're not chasing you up to the car, right?
The camera turns.
Play it again. Just keep playing. That's you, right?
Yes.
And you're at the car by yourself? Stop it. Do you see any kids coming now from your left side if they're chasing you?
I didn't look that way.
But in the video, they're not chasing you, right?
I didn't look that way.
My question to you is, in the video, they're not chasing you to the car, right?
No.
No. Okay, play it. Now, at this point, the kids are retreating back onto the property, right?
I was just looking for Tyler.
So the answer to my question is you didn't see where the kids were retreating back to them, right?
I just looked for Tyler.
But they didn't come after you at the car, right?
I just looked for Tyler. I don't know.
I would move to strike as not responsible.
Or will strike the witness's last response.
You indicated on direct examination that you were thrown into the car. You remember testifying to that?
I was pushed towards the car.
But the video doesn't show you being thrown into the car, does it?
I guess not.
Now, at some point in time, you say you saw Tyler back on the lawn, right?
Yeah.
You still had the knife on you at that point, right? The knife was still out in your hand, right? And you come back into the fight, right?
Yeah.
Now, Tyler's being pushed into the street at this point, right?
Yes.
And you would agree with me that there are no Sheldon kids to the right of you, right? There's a car. We can see a car right there, right?
There's kids like right in
Kids in front of you,
front. Right, yes.
but there's no kids right to the right of you. There's a car. We can see the car. If there were, we wouldn't be able to see the car, right?
That's the street.
Right. There's nobody to the right of you, right? There's a kid in front of you.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of kids right there.
Right. There's a whole bunch of kids over here we can't see, but there's nobody to the right of you, right?
There's a kid right next to him.
There's a kid here. But I'm saying, is this you right here?
Yes.
Right. To the right of you, do you see a kid or a car?
That's the street.
That's the street, and there's a car there, right?
Yeah.
So there's nobody to the right of you, right? There's a car.
There's nobody in the street.
And there's nobody to the left of you other than Tyler De Silva, right?
Yeah.
So when you're going back in, there's a wall, right?
It's like this.
Right. But you're not surrounded at that point, right?
At that point, no.
No.
But you go back in, and Tyler's already pushed out into the street, right?
The video. I'm on my way back as he's.
But Tyler is no longer engaged in the fight, right?
I don't remember.
You don't remember that. So you just blacked out and ran right back into the fold. That's your testimony today?
Being on the yard, and it was just like a shoe horse of people.
A shoe horse, but not a circle. You were not encircled, right?
Like, was there anybody behind me?
Right. There's nobody behind you.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Right. So you could have, if you chose to, but you did not. You could have left. You could have retreated, right?
Oh.
So you could not have left because there were people around you?
Yes.
So you just said that there was a semicircle of people on the yard. Now you're saying that you were surrounded.
It was like this.
So semicircle, right?
Yeah.
Not a circle. A circle goes like this, right?
Yeah, I wasn't going to turn my back to that many people.
You weren't going to. I'd move to strike as non-responsive, Your Honor.
I'm going to allow the questions to stand.
You indicated when you made it back to the car, you were still terrified, right?
Yeah.
You were still scared. You came back in anyway, right? With the knife. And you ran over to the edge of the grass, right? And you passed Tyler, right?
Yes.
He passed you on your left, correct?
Yes.
You indicated that you saw Matt Lockovich,
Yes.
but you also indicated on direct you couldn't see who hit you. You said you were hit.
Yes.
You remember saying that? You couldn't see who hit you,
I remember getting hit.
but you don't know who hit you.
I don't think so. No.
You recall subsequent during your direct examination, you said Matt Lockovich hit me?
I said it could have been him.
Could have been, but you don't know who hit you. And when you were running back into the fight, you had the knife out, right?
Yes.
And people that were in front of you were defending themselves from you, weren't they?
Oh, they kept coming at me.
They kept coming at you while you had a knife out, approaching them.
I was standing still right there.
You heard Charlie Connery yell, "He's got a knife, he's got a knife," right?
And I just heard screaming. I couldn't.
At the time, you don't recall hearing that during the incident, right? But on the video, you hear him yell, "He's got a knife, he's got a knife," right? And you're saying that people engaged you while you had a knife at this point in time?
Nobody backed up.
Nobody backed up, but nobody attacked you.
They were stepping forward, and somebody ended up hitting me.
You couldn't see who hit you. And you couldn't see if anybody had a weapon on them at that point, right? And at some point, you indicate that you turned around, withdrawn. At some point in time, you turned, right, to run back to the car, right?
Yeah.
But when you're turning to run back to the car, you see Jimmy McGrath and you stabbed him in the chest, correct?
No. I'll never do
Have you seen the autopsy photos, sir?
this.
Did you see where his injuries happened? In his upper left chest? Are you saying you did not stab Jimmy McGrath in the heart?
I didn't plan.
Move to strike is non-responsive.
I'll strike everything after. I'm not sure we got a response, so I will strike the response.
Isn't it true? You just testified that I didn't want to turn my back on these people, right?
Yes.
But you turned your back on these people when you were trying to get out of there, right?
I was facing backwards.
So you were facing back. So you're facing the group, and are you backing up like this?
No, I was standing there.
Right.
And
You're not backing up, right?
I got hit.
Right. You're not backing up. And as a matter of fact, this is Jimmy McGrath on the left here, right?
Yes.
And he doesn't have a weapon on him, does he? And
I'm
he's not engaging you, is he?
stepping forward.
He's stepping forward,
They all stepped forward.
but he doesn't have a weapon on him, does he?
Not that I saw. No.
And it would be unfair for somebody who doesn't have a weapon to be stabbed by somebody who does, right?
I didn't try to stab anybody.
But you stabbed him, didn't you?
Yes.
You turned around and stabbed Jimmy McGrath in his chest.
No.
So you didn't stab him?
I didn't see it happen. I didn't feel me stab. I didn't go up to him and stab him.
Are you saying it was somebody else that stabbed Jimmy McGrath?
I was the only one with a knife.
Correct. You were the only one with the knife. And you turned around and you stabbed Jimmy McGrath in the chest and then you left, right?
Stop here.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jerry, we are going to move into full lunch break and we'll come back and stay there and finish this cross-examination, and then we'll see if there's any redirect, okay? Thank you, enjoy your lunch, please, again, remember the rules of fair conduct. Stand lunch recess until 2 p.m.
All right, what you say?
I'll direct the state to continue this cross-examination.
Thank you. So, Lito, after you stabbed Jimmy McGrath on May 14th of 2022, you indicated on direct examination you dove towards the car. Remember that?
Yes.
And then you indicated you got into the front passenger seat of the car, right?
Yes.
And when you got in the front passenger seat of the car at that moment, Tyler DeSilva wasn't in the car at that moment, was he?
No.
Tyler got in a few moments after you, right?
Yes.
And before Tyler DeSilva gets in the car, you tell Jack, "Oh my fucking God, I just stabbed 4 kids," correct?
No. When I first got into the car, he tried to drive off, and I said, "Wait."
So you don't admit to Jack that you stabbed 4 kids.
No.
But you would agree with me that in hindsight, you did stab 4 kids, right?
I didn't know who I stabbed or where I stabbed him or
I'm
when.
going to ask a very simple question that requires a yes or no answer. You would agree in hindsight that you stabbed 4 kids, correct?
I don't know who got stabbed or where they got stabbed.
As you sit here today, you would agree that you stabbed 4 kids, correct?
Yes.
So at some point, Tyler gets in the car, right?
Yes.
And the car is facing, if I may approach it, Your Honor. Stage 1. The car is facing Adams Drive, correct?
Yeah.
And you get in the car and Jack drives straight, correct?
Yeah.
And he takes a left down Adams Drive, right?
I'm not sure.
So you were not paying attention as to where you were driving? But at some point in time, very shortly after you getting in the car stops in a cul-de-sac, right?
I don't know where it stopped.
And you get out of the car with the knife and throw it into the woods, correct?
No.
So your testimony today is that you get out of the car, you tell Jack to stop, right?
Yes.
You get out of the car, right?
Yes.
And at that moment, the one thing you were concerned about was looking at your ribs. That was your testimony on direct?
Yeah, I had a very sharp pain on my rib.
You weren't concerned with the fact that you just stabbed 4 kids at that point, right?
I didn't know who got stabbed or where they got
But you
stabbed.
recall stabbing some kids at the party, right?
I was just flailing my arm around.
So you had no idea you stabbed anybody at the house?
No.
You were just flailing back and forth like this, swiping motions.
Everything.
When you got in Jack's car, you didn't call the police at that point, did you?
No.
In fact, after you drove, when you first got to 43 Laurel Glen and you drove down the street, you didn't call the police at that point, right?
No.
And you didn't call the police when you got out of the car down the street at the intersection of Laurel Glen and Farmhouse Lane, correct?
No.
And you didn't call the police just slightly before you went back to 43 Laurel Glen, right?
No.
So at some point you get back in the car after checking your ribs, right? You determined you were okay. There was nothing was going on. You used the light from inside the car, right? That's your testimony?
Yes.
You get back in the car and you drive back to where Will, Mackenzie, Dimitri, and Keenan were, right?
There was nobody like.
There was nobody there?
No, they were in the car.
So Mackenzie's sister was already there.
Yes.
So my point is you drove back to the area where those kids were. Your friends, right? And your girlfriend.
Yes.
And at that point, you say to Jack and Tyler, stop the car, right?
Yes.
And you say, I love you guys, I'm going with Kenzie, right?
I don't remember if I said anything. I just remember going and getting in.
And you get out of the car,
Yes.
and they take off. Tyler gets in the front seat. Do you recall Tyler getting in the front seat? They take off, right? Remember seeing them take off? You don't remember? You just remember you getting in the car, and that's it?
And then we drove off. Yeah.
Okay. Now you were in Mackenzie's car, and you were listening to music.
Yeah.
It was a quiet ride, right? Outside of the music, there was no talking, right?
Keenan talked to me.
Keenan was talking. And when you got into Mackenzie's sister's car, you didn't call the police at that point, right?
No.
Because you were shocked, right? You were shocked at that point?
Still panic and everything.
Panic? And you indicated that you didn't realize you stabbed anybody, but you were still in a panic?
Yeah.
And you indicated that you dropped off Keenan and Dimitri, right?
Yeah.
Mackenzie was still upset. She didn't want to talk to you.
Yes.
And in fact, when they dropped you off in Milford, you asked to talk to Mackenzie, right?
Yes.
And she would not talk to you, right?
Yes.
And you got inside your house,
Yes.
and you got inside your house after midnight, right?
I don't remember the time.
It was late, right? Would you agree that the video from 36 Laurel Glen has 11:40 when you initially go down the street and about 11:53 when you're taking off and leaving the area for good? Do you recall that?
I'm not sure what time that was.
But it was late, right?
Yeah.
And your mother's packing for Florida.
Yeah.
And your brother's packing for Florida
Yes.
because you had an early flight. And you weren't going at that point, right?
They,
Just prior to coming home, you were not going to Florida.
yes.
But when you got home, you decided you were going to Florida at that point, right?
When my mom had asked me, yes.
And you had told your mother what had happened, right?
Bits and pieces.
And at that point in time, you didn't call the police.
No.
You didn't tell them your side of the story, right?
Even after, the police never asked me
All
anything.
right, I'd move to the strike as non-responsive, Your Honor.
I will strike the witness's testimony following the response of no, ladies and gentlemen.
So you didn't call the police that night, right?
No.
As a matter of fact, while Mackenzie is driving home, she engages in a text message with you, right?
Yes.
States 97. Around 12:26 a.m., right? This is when the text messages are going on. You're already home at this point, right?
Yes.
She's driving home at this point, right?
I have no idea.
You texted with each other shortly after her dropping you off, right?
I don't remember when. I just know I texted with her.
Within how long?
How long what?
How long were you home before you started texting?
I don't know.
You don't recall. But in any event, you talk to your girlfriend and you tell her, I didn't do anything, I wasn't there, stop texting. You know that was a lie, right?
Yeah, I was just panicking. I didn't know what to say.
States 98. Again, I wasn't there. That was a lie, right? Because you were there, right?
Yeah.
States 99. Don't text me, I'm going to Florida, right?
Yeah.
So at that moment in time, what you thought was important was to go to Florida instead of calling the police, right?
I didn't know what to think.
My question to you is, at that point in time, you decided to go to Florida instead of calling the police, right?
I don't know what I was. I was.
Did you call the police in this moment, right? So at that point in time, you said, I'm going to Florida, right? You told Mackenzie, right?
I texted her, yes.
You didn't say, I'm calling the police, right?
Because you told her you weren't there, right?
I was just freaking out. I didn't really know what to say.
States 100. I can't text anything. I wasn't there. You can't text anything because, why? Because you're afraid of making an admission? No. And again, you're saying I wasn't there. That's 3 times you're telling your girlfriend who was with you at the scene that you weren't there. Right?
Yes.
So you go to Florida early the next day with your mother and your brother, right?
Yes.
And you were going to Florida to see your other brother, right?
Yes.
And what was your other brother doing in Florida? Living? Where was he living?
In Stuart, Florida.
Stewart? And you were down there for a day?
I don't remember how long I was down there.
Do you remember flying home with your mother on Monday night, the 16th of May?
I remember flying home. I don't remember exactly what day it was.
You indicated on direct examination that you found out the severity of what had happened when you were in Florida, right? Now, who did you find that out through?
I can't remember exactly, but one of my friends had texted me.
One of your friends had texted you. And when you found out the severity of what had happened while you were in Florida, you didn't call the police at that point either, did you? Do you recall the day that you flew home?
No.
Would looking at a document help to refresh your recollection?
Sure.
May I approach the witness, Your Honor? Do you remember to refresh as to when you came home?
Yeah.
When did you come home?
He showed me that till like 7 or 10 p.m.
10 p.m. on the 16th, right? And at some point in time on the 16th, were you aware that there was a warrant for your arrest?
I think at that time, no.
No? And you indicated that the next day you slept late? Were you sleeping to the afternoon?
No,
And
I was
you were sleeping. And at some point you found out that there was a warrant for your arrest, right? But you didn't turn yourself in when you woke up, right?
Yes, I got in the car with my dad and instantly.
Isn't it true you didn't turn yourself in until 4 in the morning on Wednesday, the 18th?
Yeah, it was around that time.
So it wasn't the next day after you got home from Florida, right?
I don't remember when it was.
At some point in time after the incident on May 14th of 2022, Tyler De Silva texts you, or calls you on the phone rather. Do you remember that?
He never called me.
And you had a conversation with him, right?
He never called me.
And you told him you fucked up, right?
He never called me. I called him and he never answered.
So on the 18th of May, when you turned yourself in, the police took pictures of you. Like counsel went through with you, right? And this is a picture, states 34. That's a picture of the front right side of your face, right?
Yes.
No blood, no serious contusions like Ryan Hines, right?
This was days after.
Days after, so you're a quick healer.
Yes. The pictures of Ryan Hines were the same day, I think.
States 35. No serious contusions on your face, right? No serious black and blues, right?
This is.
Right. This was 3 days later, right?
I don't know how many days.
States 36. Got a little bit of a black and blue on your left eye there, right? But nothing huge, right? Right?
Objection, Your Honor. These speak for themselves. He's asking him to give an opinion on the medical injury.
Right? You don't have a serious black and blue on your eye, right?
That's not.
States 37. The rear of your head. Can't really see any serious contusions on the back of your head in this picture, right? 4 days later.
I see one.
You see one? Where do you see it?
Left side.
On the left side, right. So we have states 38. We can show that right here. Again, not really that area there. 4 days later. Doesn't really look like the black and blues that Tommy Connery had a month later, right? Doesn't really look like the black and blues that Ryan Hines had on the side of his body.
Objection, Your Honor. Asking him to make a comparison between somebody else's injuries and what are in these photos. It's improper.
And you have a scratch mark, states 40, right? A little scratch mark on your right hand, right arm.
Yes.
States 42, no real marks on your hands, right?
No.
States 43. Again, no marks on your hands, right? So just to confirm, on May 14th of 2022, you were the only one with a knife at Tyler Rich's house, correct?
No idea.
Did somebody else have a knife at Tyler Rich's house?
Not that I know of.
You didn't see anybody else with a weapon that night, right?
I didn't look for any weapons.
You didn't see any, did you?
I didn't look.
You didn't see any, did you?
No, I didn't look.
There were 4 people that were stabbed that night, right?
Yes.
And those 4 people had 9 stab wounds, correct?
I believe so, yes.
And you're the one responsible for that, correct?
At the time, I didn't know who got stabbed or where they got stabbed or when they got stabbed.
You're the one who was responsible for those stab wounds, correct?
I don't know. I guess so, yes.
No further questions, Your Honor. Thank you.
Briefly, Your Honor. Mr. Valle, do you remember Mr. Durso asking you about having an interaction with some of the Shelton High kids at the intersection of Laurel, Glen, and Farmhouse Lane?
Yes.
And we saw a video of the vehicle coming by, and you testified that that's when Mr. Snyder gave you the knife.
They tossed it to me, yes.
And then you saw some of those Shelton High kids come up and approach you, right?
Yes.
You had the knife then, right?
Yes.
And you got sprayed in the face with WD-40.
Yes.
Why didn't you use the knife then?
I wasn't in fear of my life. I had no reason to use it.
You went back down to 43 Laurel Glen Drive in Jack Snyder's car, right?
Yes.
You had the knife that Jack Snyder had given you at that point, right?
Yes.
You used it then?
No.
You used it when you got down there and you were confronted with those kids and you're on the ground as you've described for us here?
Yes.
Why?
Felt like the only thing that was going to save me.
Nothing further.
Mr. Valle, you had the knife when you're down at the corner of Farmhouse Lane and Laurel Glen, right?
Yes.
And you willingly got back into Jack's car, right?
Yes.
And you went back to Tyler Rich's house, right?
Yes.
And you willingly got out of the car at Tyler Rich's house, correct?
To make peace.
You got out of Tyler Rich's car with the knife, correct? And you walked onto the property at that point, correct?
Yes.
You had no right to be there, correct?
I don't know.
You didn't have an invitation to be on the property, correct?
When we first arrived, it's not like they came and threw us out or anything.
Well, you told us before, sir, that you were scared and panicked for your life when the kids were rocking and throwing things at the car, right?
Yes.
You didn't want to be there in that situation, right? But you went back with a knife to Tyler Rich's house, the very same house that you were in the car, and with things being thrown at where you were panicked and scared, right?
The knife was already in my pocket.
Right.
Yes.
But you went back to that house where you said you were panicked and scared in the car minutes before when they were rocking and throwing things at the car, correct? And you got out of that car with the knife to go confront those kids, right?
I didn't go and confront them because
But you got out of the car with the knife, right? And you walked on the property.
Yes.
No further questions.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Please don't you step away. Does the defense intend to call any additional witnesses?
The defense does not, Your Honor. The defense would rest.
The state intends to please.
May I have a moment, Your Honor?
Certainly.
Your Honor, state has no further witnesses. State rests.
So no rebuttal.
Your Honor, at some point, may the jury be excused for legal arguments?
So, right. At this point in time, I am actually going. I should send the jury. Do you want me to send the jury home at this point? Or?
That's fine.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. So the court is going to release the jury for today. Okay. So I just want to remind you that we are at the part of the trial where you have heard all of the evidence that you're going to hear in this case. However, you've not yet heard closing arguments. You've not yet heard the instructions regarding the law that you're to apply to the facts you find in this case. As such, as in my prior instruction to you under your oath, you're not at a point where you can discuss this case with anyone, including each other. So you're not at that point yet, despite the fact that you've heard all the evidence. So it may seem natural that you are at the phase where you can talk about this with your fellow jurors, but you cannot, all right? So you need to continue to abide by that instruction until such time that I tell you that you are able to go ahead and conduct your deliberations. So we are going to adjourn with respect to the jury right now. For the day, you are able to leave. Again, we will not be having court on this matter tomorrow, and next you on July 3rd, at which time I would anticipate closing arguments and the instructions, and then thereafter deliberations by you, the jury. Okay, so please, again, remember not to discuss the case with anyone. Do not take in any information about this case. Try to avoid the media as best as you can. There is media attention on this case that includes social media and news coverage. So if you can please avoid those, or would much appreciate it so that we don't have to deal with any conflicts when you come back. Also, again, there have been locations that have been discussed. Do not do any drive-bys. Do not look up any locations via any other type of mapping device. And last but not least, please do not conduct your own independent research or investigation into this case, because you are going to be instructed to decide this case based solely on the evidence presented here in this courtroom. With that, have a good afternoon, have a good day tomorrow, and we will see you back on Thursday. Thank you so much for your continued attention. Attorney Smith, you wanted to present legal argument.
Yes, Your Honor. At this point, we would move for a motion of judgment of acquittal under Practice Book 42-42. The state's evidence says closed. We made our motion at that time. We've now heard from Mr. Valle, and I would renew my motion, and I would direct the court to the cases of State versus Carpenter, 214 Con 77. It's a 1992 case, and State versus Thomas, 210 Con 199, a 1989 case. And the standard here is well known to the court. This is to be viewed in the light most favorable to the state. But even when viewing that light, viewed in that light, this evidence is insufficient for this jury or any jury to find beyond a reasonable doubt that Mr. Valle had the specific intent to murder anyone, that Mr. Valle had the specific intent to assault Tommy Connery, or to assault Ryan Hines, and more so even with regard to Mr. Faison Teal, which is the assault in the second degree charge. The evidence as to Mr. Teal, candidly, is we heard the least about it. We really don't have any indication of what the mechanism was. Mr. Teal couldn't be sure how he got cut or what exactly it was that cut him. and we haven't heard any evidence of anybody viewing that happening. And so it has to be simply an inference that a juror would draw that in the course of this brawl and this chaotic scene, that somehow Mr. Valle cut Mr. Teal. I would submit that that is an inference that is unreasonable to draw on this evidence that we have before us. Specific intent is not simply general intent. So the fact that Mr. Valle has testified here that he was flailing around with the knife trying to defend himself is not sufficient to show the specific intent to stab Tommy Connery, the specific intent to stab Faison Teal, or the specific intent to stab Ryan Hines, or the specific intent to stab Jimmy McGrath. As to the other elements, candidly, we have conceded those elements by raising a self-defense claim. That doesn't, however, mean that the state prevails, even when you view this evidence in the light most favorable to the state. That they have shown beyond a reasonable doubt for these fact finders that Mr. Valle possessed the specific intent to murder or to assault any of the injured in this case. Consequences are tragic, but it simply doesn't tip the scales any further and allow this jury or any other jury to find, again, that the state has proven specific intent. The evidence there is equivocal at best, but in no way does it reach that highest standard and overcome it. We would ask the court to grant the motion for judgment of acquittal as to all the charges.
Attorney Joseph.
Your Honor, thank you. I would just first start by saying the defendant has testified and is now subject to the same credibility instruction that every other witness is subject to when you charge the jury. The jury is free to believe all, some, or none of the defendant's testimony, and that's up to the jury. I would submit that there are a lot of inconsistencies in the defendant's testimony, and I would submit that the defendant was caught in a lie multiple times in his testimony, and I would submit that that would have an impact on this jury. With regards to the defendant's specific intent, should the jury believe that the defendant went back there with a knife, his intent was purposeful, and that he took that knife out of his right pocket, opened it up, and started stabbing the people that were before him. There was evidence that Faison Teal, Ryan Hines, and Tommy Connery were in the vicinity of where Mr. Valle was. He stabbed Ryan Hines and Faison Teal first. They were stab wounds, not slashes. So the jury can infer from the circumstantial evidence from Faison Teal that his wound was a stab wound, purposeful, not slash. There was some testimony from doctors with regards to that. The jury could also view Mr. Hines' evidence that he was stabbed purposefully this way, not a slash wound, a flailing around. The jury can infer the defendant's intent from that. With regards to Tommy Connery, there was evidence that the defendant was down almost on one knee, that he purposefully went at Tommy Connery and stabbed him 4 times in the leg. And with regards to Jimmy, after he came back from the car, when Mr. De Silva was no longer in harm's way, he turned right at Jimmy and purposefully went at him and stabbed him in the heart. Didn't slash him, stabbed him. I would submit that the jury is going to get an instruction that intent can be formed in an instant, and they could also infer from the circumstantial evidence, should they not believe the defendant's testimony, that the number of wounds inflicted, the area of the bodies where the wounds were inflicted, all points to the specific intent of the defendant on May 14th of 2022. So I think when you view all the evidence in the light most favorable to the state, Your Honor, I think the defendant's argument fails, and I would ask you to deny it at this point.
So this motion being made at the close of evidence in accordance with our rules of practice, the court is going to take the motion under consideration and defer a decision until the jury returns its verdict.